course, mama ain't raised no bitch. So we went straight into hard mode and my build was voted on by chat. That being pure 100% physical. Sitting down at our desk with a high-tech touchscreen device that didn't exist when I was in school, we're prompted by our teacher to type our names into said device.
Okay, chat, what are we naming ourselves?
Now, I had previously streamed my entire playthrough of Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne HD Remaster, and we decided to make it a tradition that we name ourselves after the obviously superior franchise, Persona.
No way it's between you, Amamiya, and Ganesh Gamer. Dude, okay.
In Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne HD Remaster, I was Joker Narukami. For Shin Megami Tensei 5, I shall become you, Amamiya. The teacher advises us to group up with other students for safety on our way home. We sit up to observe our options. There are 3 pairs of students we can talk to.
So I can either I can either go home with this dude's girlfriend, that dude's boyfriend, or this girl's girlfriend.
After being rejected by a freak with no eyes, we decided to head home by ourselves when another student slaps our back, beckoning me to walk home with 2 women. If this were real life, I would have screamed at the sight of a female and sprinted in the opposite direction as fast as I could. Teenage Pinoy was kind of gay. This boy's name is Yuzuru Atsuta. His friends are Taui Sonokami and Miyazu Atsuta. Miyazu is actually his sister.
Oh, they have the same eyes. I just realized that.
The game then presents us with our first dialogue choice. We agreed to walk home and get our first look at Shin Megami Tensei 5's take on the classic world map.
Oh my god, wow. This is actually like the original games. What the fuck? I was not expecting to see like the map. Okay. Well, this is nice, dude.
The NPCs drop some not so subtle hints about what's going on within Tokyo as the party makes their way through Shinagawa Tunnel. During the walk, Tao makes an epic Kingdom Hearts reference before we notice a large crowd blocking the way. Yuzuru decides to check it out while we chat with the NPCs.
Someone was saying some kind of wild animal escaped from the zoo across from the station. That's why that does not sound very likely. Is that yeah, I was about to say, that doesn't sound very likely, man. That's an aquarium. Yeah, like this is all thanks to some fish flopping around. Yeah, dude.
We scrutinized that somebody had been killed. Apparently, there's been a string of murders going for quite some time. Some NPCs bust out their cell phones in hopes to get a glimpse of it for their YouTube channel, like I'm doing right now. Afterwards, we head back to check on our friends. Miyazu tells us that Yuzuru and Tao had left, and if we could check on them. Being the protagonist, we leave Shinagawa, and what is apparently a man in suit tells us he spotted a high school kid with glasses who recently ran into the Tanikawa tunnel. That's gotta be our boy. Making our way to the tunnel, Yu spots 2 kids that appear to be filming a YouTube video. I analyzed the situation and am reminded of the time my friends and I filmed our own version of Jackass after school and tried to sell them as DVDs. One of the boys' names is Ichiro Dazai, who sports a fitted yellow cap with the words sucker knitted across the front.
Dude, I look like I'm gonna kill him, bro.
Yuzuru calls out to us, and for some reason the tunnel begins to collapse. As the title prepares to drop, we're told that before humans gained knowledge, the god of law had seized said knowledge from the other gods, which reduced them to demons. The knowledge was then hidden away. Time passes, and a serpent tells the humans to eat the fruit of knowledge and become as gods. Of course, the humans follow suit, playing into the serpent's true goal, reviving the war of the myriad gods. This knowledge melds with the human soul, angering the god of law, who banished all of humanity. Okay. Yu then wakes up and takes his leave of Tanikawa Tunnel. Walking towards the sweltering heat, Dazai appears to be in position for Angel, sporting a new design, to perform Damien Priest's South of Heaven. Instead, the angel notes the presence of a human as a strange occurrence and flies away with Dazai. Yu has no reaction to any of this.
An angel just took him? Alright, he's gonna be law, dude. He's gonna go be indoctrinated.
In an attempt to cool down, Yu steps back inside of Tanikawa Tunnel. Blistering heat slowly weighs them down.
Dude, I love the new angel design. I think it perfectly kind of shows, because it looks both feminine and masculine. And that's like the perfect way to show off an angel, in my opinion. It's really cool.
I decide to force Yu to step outside of the tunnel. A blinding sun blankets a sea of endless sand.
Oh my god, wait, I can walk? Bruh. You know what this reminds me of? Wow, this is so sick. I love how it puts the question marks in the top right. This reminds me of Silent Hill, actually. Like fucking, like the unknown shit. This is, what a shot, bro. This actually looks so sick.
I want to take a note of the music here. It's this ethereal, empty, trance-like ambiance that perfectly sets the scene. As I'm rewatching this, I'm remembering something I call on later in my playthrough that I'd like to bring up now. When I was researching psychology during my Persona obsession years ago, I learned about music possibly being the first form of communication or language. Throughout Shin Megami Tensei 5, I want you to pay special attention to the overworld themes used in each major zone. I felt as though the composers wanted to reflect the protagonist's mental state through song. Trudging through the infinite drought, a pack of daimons spawn out of nowhere, catching us off guard. In the same manner as young Pinoy did when facing a man making fun of his mother, he trips on his legs and falls on his ass. The leader of the daimon laughs at me like the fat, ugly loser that I am, and suddenly a Kamehameha wave gives the pack out of existence. A large, muscular, well-endowed man is left in its wake. This
is Daddy.
Young man, if you wish to live, take my hand.
Role-playing as the femboy we appear to be, I quickly heed his words and grab his massive man hands, which grip my fingers tightly, yet lovingly. All of a sudden, as if Dragon Ball and Sailor Moon had a baby, our bodies become one.
Oh my god, he looks so fucking sick, dude.
Serpent's words ring in our head, calling us Nahobino, and informing us that no matter which alignment we fall under, they will await us in the realm beyond the earth and heavens. Welcome to Shin Megami Tensei 5. If you've played or know how to play SMT, click the timestamp on screen now to skip ahead. If you're new, don't worry, I'll break it down as quickly as I can. On the right side is your party. This displays your health and mana pool. At 0 HP, you die. At 0 MP, you can't cast any spells or skills. You'll see any buffs or debuffs applied to your characters here. Unlike previous Shin Megami Tensei games, these effects only stack twice and last up to 3 turns. You can also select your turn order by placing which demon or the protagonist in the slots you want their turn to play out. Just above that is the Magatsuhi gauge. Magatsuhi is akin to a super meter in a fighting game. At max, Nahobino or another party member can cast a super. Not all of these do damage, some are meant to be used in a more strategic manner. Just above the Magatsuhi gauge is where your press turns are located. These icons represent how many actions you have during your turn. When you hit a weakness or crit an opponent, this icon begins to glow, granting you an additional action. On the left is pretty self-explanatory. I will highlight the talk and change functions though. Talk allows you to speak to your opponent and grant you an opportunity to negotiate with them. Negotiation with your foe can lead to many different outcomes, like getting an item, a new party member, or killed. The change action allows you to swap or bring in a party member from your stock. Your stock is just a reserve for any extra demons you have in your party. Our first battle begins with both sides performing an attack on one another. After casting Zio, my MP hoarding instincts kick in, and with my extra press turn, go for a regular attack.
Look at that. First battle, easy, chat. What? I thought I was gonna die. He's gonna crit me, watch. Okay, we're fine, never mind. Wait, I died? Okay, dude.
First of many deaths, I'm sure. I resist my MP hoarding instincts and double up Zio to finish our first fight.
Oh, dude, this song slaps, bro.
The sweet voice of the well-endowed man tells us he's the proto-fiend, Aogami, and we're set free to the Netherworld.
Damn, this game is fucking sexy, bro. Oh my god, I can jump. How do you run? Okay, Naruto? I see. I cannot believe this is on the Switch. What the fuck, bro? This looks insane. Is my Switch dying right now, bro? I can hear my Switch going. I can literally hear it doing that.
These glowing balls sprinkled across the area are called Magatsuhi crystals and refill the Nahobino's HP, MP, and Magatsuhi gauges. We press forward, realizing this is the first Shin Megami Tensei game that allows us to jump, and hop on over to the top of the deserted hill.
I swear, if there's one thing that SMT and Dark Souls have in common, is their fans are both fucking holding each other's hands in like that muscular arm meme, because they can both jump now, an Elden Ring and an SMT5. Let's fucking go, baby.
Before reaching the top, a giant glowing ball just happens to be sitting around. These are treasure boxes. I'm not going to question it because maybe boxes in the Netherworld are different. I I don't know, brother. Reaching the top of the hill, we get this sick-ass shot of Tokyo Tower and inquire Aogami about humanity's fate.
Is he like an android, bro? Why does he talk like this?
Young man, perhaps we could make our way to Tokyo Tower.
I like that he calls me young man, dude. It makes me wet.
Rolling around at the speed of sound, Aogami calls a blue pillar of light to our attention. These are ley line founts. We decide to touch it like any sane person would when a flash of light blinds us. Our eyes adjust and before us sits a naked little green dude who kind of looks like a re-dead from The Legend of Zelda. This goblin's name is Gustav, keeper of the Cadaver's Hollow and boss of the Mimon. Gustav functions as this game's shopkeeper and Hestu equivalent. All throughout Shin Megami Tensei 5's world are little goblin Pikmin that report to Gustav. Yes, just like the Koroks from Breath of the Wild. When we collect a specific amount of Mimon, Gustav rewards us with some honestly fantastic items. No golden poop here. After taking my sweet time absorbing the ambiance, we find a pixie just floating in the middle of the road. As per negotiation tradition, Pixie serves as the negotiation tutorial for this game. The way this works is a demon you choose to speak to will begin making statements or ask questions. It's then up to you to reply in a way that'll convince the demon to join you.
I'm leaving!
I don't really care though, because the negotiation theme is an absolute banger. Pixie joins the party, and what better way to learn the overworld controls than to start pressing buttons?
I like that after I throw an attack out, my movement isn't like completely stilted. Like I stop for a second, but I go back to full speed immediately. Also, this animation, like I love how his walking animation changes based on like altitude. Like you see that? That's fucking cool. I just really like that I can run and jump. I do kind of wish there was like a sprint jump instead of just like stops, because he stops sprinting, then jumps, and then keeps sprinting.
I attack the pair of Slizimes gooping up the block to begin our first real battle of Shin Megami Tensei 5. In previous games, you had to kill every demon till one remained before negotiation, but I noticed that the talk action was still usable. I decided to give it a shot.
Let's see if it's like the older S&T games. You look real tasty. Mind if I eat you? Try a bite. Where do you want me to start? Legs aren't for eating. They're for stepping on people. I join you? Will you step on me and tell me I'm a naughty little demon?
Shin Megami Tensei 5 rules. If you're like me, whenever I play monster catching video games, I have to nab every creature obtainable. Pokemon was the first video game I played out of the womb, so gotta catch 'em all is practically embedded into my veins. Turning around after the last battle, I caught wind of a pair of Predas. Naturally, I've got to do my thing.
Well, both of these are fucked up. One. Man, I've been fighting way too much lately. Could use a break, honestly. Oh, he just left.
Mulling over our failed negotiation attempt, I continue to explore the area, picking up items from boxes and soda machines. A disturbing sound shrieks every few minutes.
Obtain soda. Oh, okay. Well, bro, why the fuck did this shit just make that sound? What the hell? A really sick one. I legit don't want to get rid of it because bro, what the fuck is that, man? That shit scares me. What the fuck?
This sound tells the player that it's full moon. In the Shin Megami Tensei series, moon phases can heavily affect certain aspects of the game. Within Shin Megami Tensei 5, a full moon can cause fusion accidents or outright prevent demons from negotiating with you. Coming across another Preda, I should probably mention why my chat keeps popping up actually. I play a game with my chat during Atlus titles called VIP or Ban. During demon or persona negotiation, I call for someone in my chat to take the interrogation. Whoever decides to join the game is thrown into a 1v1 with said demon. If you succeed in bringing the demon to our party, you get VIP for a day. If you fail, you get banned for a day. Chatters can use channel points to bring back the dead or give up VIP should they already have it. This won't be super relevant for this playthrough or this video, but moments like this, I do want to share.
The killing spree begins. One. Huh, well, you're definitely not one of those new wave bleeding hearts trying to solve things through the power of friendship and shit. Yo, he's calling out Persona, dude. Fork over a big chunk of your HP. 1, 2, or 3. One again. Oh my god, I'm gonna die! What the fuck? I don't even have 140 Maka! Bruh, what the hell is this shit? Just say one again. Wow, you're pathetic. Like hell I'm joining up with you. Well, we're still in it, so Burned, I'll give you another chance. Let's compare strength like real men. I challenge you to arm wrestling. 2, Then get out of here. Okay, burn, go again. Yes, sir. If they kick me out of the battle or they kill me, then I'm gonna pass it to someone else. Man, you got guts. Maybe I'll chat with you for a while. Say, why is your hair so long? A god must smite heretics. Okay. Oh my god. Must be 3. The hell is this? Is this guy the world's biggest idiot or an actual god? He might be a god. No fucking way. All right. I don't understand this game. This game doesn't make any sense.
Snooping around the area, we find a cave full of starved Preda. This is our first subquest in the game. I do not plan to cover every subquest as most of them aren't particularly noteworthy. I'll say beforehand that I do plan to 100% this game, so if I skip a subquest, it's because it wasn't anything special. For now, I'll follow the main quest and summarize anything notable before the next major zone. Continuing on the main road, I catch 3 Predas shaking their salami in front of a little girl. Okay. She notices us doing absolutely nothing about the situation and calls out to us, prompting the Preda to kick up their kielbasa towards us instead. After killing them, the demon gives her thanks and goes on her way. As do I.
What the fuck is that, bro? What the f—
Upon reaching the intersection, a seductive voice allures me to the ley line found. The voice states she wants to see my face. If this were real life, I would scream and sprint in the opposite direction out of sheer fear, but this is a video game, so nothing will deter me from rejection. Stepping into the light, our eyes adjust in another realm separate from the Netherworld. This is the world of shadows, and this
is Mommy.
Holy shit, she's tall. Bro, she is hella sexy, man. I'm not gonna lie. God damn.
The world of shadows is analogous to a bonfire in Dark Souls. It's where you strengthen the Nahubino through fusing demons together, fusing their essence to each other, or to yourself. I'm not going to give an in-depth explanation of fusing, so to break it down as quickly as I can, it's like making a McGangbang at McDonald's. You take 2 demons, squish them together, and receive the better demon in the end. Essence fusion is like adding hot sauce to your burger. You can take one demon's skills or affinities and place them onto another, or yourself. Miracles are a new mechanic introduced in Shin Megami Tensei 5. Spending a new resource called Glory, which can be found in the overworld via giant glowing silver apples, you can acquire augments to the Nahubino that'll make them infinitely more powerful. After grabbing a miracle and setting some new skills, Sophia hands us a menorah. We'll put a pin in that for later. Last thing of note, these leyline founts are linked, so we can fast travel between them should we need it. Porting back to the Netherworld, I notice a giant red cradle-y shaped flower blooming at the end of the road. Abscesses are like towers in open world games. The difference is instead of just activating it to clear the fog of war, you instead need to prove yourself by defeating a mini-boss. These battles can be combinations of multiple demons or one singular behemoth. Like subquests, I don't think it's necessary to cover every single abscess, but I will highlight a few that were particularly fun or interesting. Unlike the subquests, I did find every abscess to be engaging and fun to go through, at least so far. Shin Megami Tensei 5 isn't an open world game. It's closer to Dragon Quest in its world size, so I was worried that littering too many of them across this area would piss me off. That wasn't the case at all, and while I don't mind the tower system in games like Breath of the Wild or Far Cry, Atlus cracked the code on how to spice this mechanic up. Another benefit to clearing the abscesses across the world is the new miracles you'll unlock back in the world of shadows. The more abscesses you take out, the more power becomes available to you. Back on the road again, the demon girl from earlier hands us a bead, and we catch Yuzuru staring at a train, like some kind of freak who gets off on trains. We nod our heads, somehow explaining to him that this is the Netherworld. Yuzuru responds by telling us that makes no sense and leaves. Okay. Following the train tracks leads us to another leyline fount. Close by is another cave-like area. This time, an eerie scene of demons is on their knees begging pleas to their newfound goddess, Apsaris. One of the Preda here happens to be a part of the hungry pack we met earlier. He tells us this is his new path and hands me a sake and dango medley before continuing to pray to his lord and savior. Bit of a weirdo, this guy, but can't say I blame him. The Predas back at the other cave eat the food, attack us, regret attacking us, and get hungry again. This is why I'm not going to cover every subquest. Returning to Apsaris' domain, she tells us of an absolute harlot known as Linan Shi and requests our aid in killing her.
What the fuck kind of voice is that, homie? What the fuck?
Apparently, Linan Shi deceives weaker demons and then eats them unsuspectingly. Okay, friend, and you want me to kill this person? Brother, where do I sign up? On the quest for Vor. Why did I say it like that? We'd run once again into the little demon girl who promises to find us more items like before. Consulting with Aogami, I clarify that I'm only going to help her so I can help myself. Rotten bastard this tub of lard is, huh? She says her name is Amano Zako and warns us of a large demon at Tokyo Tower. I also took the time to speak with the other NPCs. Two of them tell a tale of a war between angels and demons that happened long ago. I'm reminded of the true demon ending from Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne, but more so keep a note of it for later. Spending some more time exploring the area, we recruited Onmoriki, Mandrake, and Kodama.
Cool, huh? I don't have time to get it cut. Yeah, yours doesn't even compare. Definitely 3.
I lied. Thanks, Sam. I do end up fusing a Neko Shogun. Readjusting myself, a giant pillar of pink light catches my eye, and our menorah begins reacting to it. I decide to approach the giant beam.
No fucking way!
The light of the menorahs has brought us together.
Wait, I'm not ready for this!
This is Matador, a legendary fiend from the series past, known for being the fastest motherfucker at ending your life.
Oh my god, it's just like Nocturne. Wait, this is fucking sick.
Despite the predicament I've unknowingly walked into, why not give this a shot?
Oh no, he has red capote! Wait.
We'll get back to him later. Back on the path, we meet our first punishing foe. These are giant Xenoblade-esque entities that roam specific zones. They're entirely optional though. I do plan to kill each and every one of them. For now, I just want to admire how fucking cool this is.
Hey, big guy. Holy shit!
This first zone breathes so much life with creatures like this roaming around. Weird structures in the distance, and Seth is just flying around in the skies. Team Maniacs baked a souffle so rich and beautiful, my own eyes are feasting. Locked into the goal of Tokyo Tower, I forget the one rule of an RPG. Ignore MSQ, spam subquests. I come across the harlot Apsara spoke of earlier. Fortunately for me, I'm ready to be devoured.
What the fuck did he just say?
Siding with Li Nanxi, I head back to Apsaris' hideout and challenge her.
All right, I'll come back and do that later.
Making my way to Tokyo Tower, we successfully capture 3 demons: Daimon, Sandman, and Azumi. We also fused 2 new demons, those being Angel and Agathion. Angel's key here as they have a new unique skill which is essentially an AoE heal. I change up the Nahobino skills and grab a few upgrades before proceeding to the tower. Setting our eyes on it triggers a memory within Aogami's brain. An army of angels led by a very attractive archangel covers the airspace. She rallies the angels as best as she can before they're interrupted by Lucifer, who claims to have achieved his goal of killing God. Wow, this is really feeling like a sequel to the true demon ending of Nocturne right now. Aogami recalls an important mission he was sent here to do and recommends we set our sights for the Tokyo Diet Building. According to him, our friends should be there. Just before setting out, the demon Amano Zako mentioned earlier bursts from the ground. This is Hydra, the first major boss fight of Shin Megami Tensei 5. You know, I don't think this is quite doable yet. As a heads up, I won't be showing every single death in this playthrough, but I will tell you the final death count at the end of this segment. The full unedited playthrough is available on my VODs channel if you're interested. Backtracking away from Hydra, I decide to finish up some subquests and come across a mermaid who needs our help. Their friends have been cursed and she believes the source of the problem to be in the mountains. We'll help her out. But first, I have unfinished business with that bitch Apsaris. On the way to her hideout, I fuse Fortuna and my own mermaid. We even pick up a new unique skill. Say it with me, boys. Aramasa! This new skill makes quick work of Apsaris, and Li Nanxi joins our party thanks to our effort. Believing this to be enough levels and a solid party of demons, we head back to Hydra only to get my cheeks spread and my ass pounded. I'm gonna need a new plan. Before I give this another go, I fused a few more demons, those being Bicorn, Advarus, and Andras. My game plan was to lead with Advarus since he nulls fire to kill Hydra's press turns whenever he casts Fire Breath, an AoE fire skill. Advarus also carries Bufu along with Fortuna to grab me some more press turns due to Hydra's weakness being ice. It will cost Advarus more MP to cast Bufu since it's got a negative skill affinity towards ice skills, but I believe the fire null is more than worth having him out here.
Man, he missed Advarus, bro.
Angel's there to spam their AoE heal skill, and Mermaid is in my reserve stock to nuke Hydra with her own unique ice skill. The first few turns go as planned, but I let Advaris die from poison in order to get the extra press turn, bringing in Lean on Shi as his replacement to stall with media for now. As our mana pools start to dwindle, I switch out Fortuna for Mermaid, noticing that Hydra just used Fire Breath, Mermaid's weakness. Assuming it wouldn't use that attack twice in a row, Stormcaller's song does exactly what I want it to do. But...
oh my god! He missed! Holy shit, he missed! Let's go. That's GG.
You ready?
Easy. Oh my, alright, that was sick. That was sick!
After the battle, a man named Goko greets us and congratulates our victory over Hydra. Apparently he was going to help us, but decided not to because, I don't know, brother, this guy stuck me in an open air oven and had me for dinner 4 times. What penis is this guy smoking? Help me, man! Anyway, he gives us a return pillar. Think of it as a homeward bone from Dark Souls. It lets you return to the last ley line fount you interacted with. Monozako shouts about a petrified demon, which gives us a truckload of EXP. These are placed all throughout each zone within Shin Megami Tensei 5. They're a nice little boost, but I don't plan to make another note of them after this. Thanks to the bonus EXP, our Bicorn gives us their essence, allowing me to add charge to our arsenal of skills. A complete game changer for Nahabino's damage output. Reporting back to Mermaid, she tells us the curse hasn't been lifted yet. This time, she wants us to seek out Anahita, the Persian goddess of water. Apparently, her water was so powerful, it could banish any evil. Well, I'm a submissive little bitch, so...
Imagine getting water. You're like... you literally start drowning inside of her chest, bro. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. How is it, honey?
Searching for Anahita's sweet release, I catch a glimpse of Huanglong in the sky. A nearby demon suggests I get closer to it, almost as if they're practically asking me to get Persona 3'd. I oblige their request and take a second to speak with the Golden Dragon. Huanglong explains they're jealous of my bond with Daddy and to slay the 4 gods that rule the area. Not sure what he gains from this, but I'll come back to it later. I've got the sweet liquid bosom of Anahita to attend to.
So here's the problem, chat. Anahita in Strange Journey is like level 35. I don't know what level she is in here, but if she's level 35, I'm fucked.
Naturally, I don't give a shit. Whether she joins or not, I'm clearly not on top.
No way she is light, bro. I guess we'll just use this to find her weakness. She's level 18? No way she's level 18, bro. She's level 90. I miss, man. Oh my god.
Hanging on a thread of belief, I fuse Archangel and Shisa to up my main team's general stat level.
Winnable. This is actually winnable.
Abandoning my love of Water Woman, I receive a call from Yuzuru while on the way to the diet building, telling us he's on the way. We actually run into a few demons asking for help, one of them showing a strong desire for frying an egg by a giant Jatayu.
What the fuck? Oh my god, get away. Oh my god, get away! Can he reach me in here? No, right? Yeah, you stupid. I'm getting that fucking egg, bitch. Get me out. Get away from me. Oh my god, it's like right behind me. Bro, this game is awesome, bro. Holy shit.
Just before reaching the diet building, a pair of angels blocks us off. Essentially, they're giant turbo weenies waiting for someone to kill off the big bad chaos demons that they couldn't do themselves. If we do this, then in return, we can pass. Sure. Why not? Once again, searching for some demons to slay, and Oni tells us about his dream to be a hero and protect others like a shonen manga protagonist. Apparently he's been doing this for a while, since several demons recount his heroic deeds to us. Explaining this to Oni doesn't do us any favors, and I find myself mistaken for even talking to the guy.
What the fuck? I got one shot?
If I can't beat an Oni, surely I can finish the 4 gods Huanglong mentioned earlier, right?
Are you kidding me, man? That's literally the worst possible start. What? You okay? All right, don't be enemy turn, dude, please. Nice, let's go. Nice. There we go. There we go. Easy, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Did I save my pot? I think I saved it, bro. Nah, we ain't killing him. I shouldn't have saved. Oh, thank God he's an idiot. We're good.
You're damn right.
What?
Okay, chill, we'll finish this later. The demons that scared the angels shitless turned out to be Eligor and Andras. Not much to say here because after dealing with all those other brothers out there, this fight was nothing. Eligor warns us about Bethel's impending doom, I don't really care, and the angels guarding the path have either died or run away. Prior to proceeding towards Tokyo's diet building, I take a moment to fuse a few more of my favorites. Pyro Jack, High Pixie, Ippon Datara, Feng Huang, and the new Kaya no Hime.
Okay, no more he holding back. Time to let it all he hang out. That's what I say before I have sex.
In fact, while we're talking favorites, it was a nice surprise to see Chiranopu from Apocalypse get his 3D debut. His purpose, from what I can tell right now, is to once again hustle us for some cash, but also tell me the location of all Mimon within the area. This will prove useful, so I throw him some maca and proceed toward the Tokyo Diet building.
Dude, I really like the song. What's the name of the song? Like the current overworld theme?
It's called Tokyo Diet Building. Go figure. This song, at the time of writing this, is at the peak of my top 10 tracks from Shin Megami Tensei 5. The Tokyo Diet Building's theme is an immaculate milkshake blend of ominous, unsure, creepy skepticism hit with a twinge of nervous confidence riffing off of the guitar. It rules, man. Refusing to give in to my pussy bone, we finally enter the Tokyo Diet Building where another beautiful woman awaits us.
Sorry.
I promise you, there is not a single monster fetish tingling within a single sinew of my body.
Bro, can I just submit, dude? Anyone else up for submitting? All right, let's find her weakness first. It's not electric.
Nuwa, using her giant, gorgeous snake erection, beats me and my team senseless like the obedient little doggies we are before blasting me off with the wind. After discussing strategy with chat and essence fusing Sudama to Nahobino, we take another shot at Nuwa.
I'm gonna let her kill me. Look at that, dude. It's like she got debilitated, but it took three actions. Wow, that's a +7 skill. Oh my god, what do I do about the mana issue, dude? Okay. I'm not gonna lie, Sudama going crazy. Dude, she's actually so dumb. Wait, what?
Turns out we weren't far off beating her the first time. Bringing Nuwa to half HP ends the fight, and the man many of us thought would be another in the line of Raido Kuzunoha's, Shohei Yakumo, is introduced as an exterminator of demons. Nuwa admits to killing all of the angels we saw when stepping into the building and reiterating the words spoken at the start of the game regarding the God of Law and the debasing of gods to demons. Likewise, not gassing up the agents of chaos, simply reducing them to opportunistic cretins. Yakumo, showing to be a man of few words, only asks us if we believe in law, chaos.
Are they the neutral route? I was expecting them to be chaos.
Before their instant transmission, Yakumo mentions a teleportation device that will take us home. We browse the Diet Building's museum-esque showcase of petrified demons and run into Dazai, who mistakes us for being a demon. We somehow convey that we're now a fused being by just staring into his soul, and Yuzuru finally makes it to our location, leaving leadership duties to me. Monozako takes her leave, and we head to the room Yakumo alluded to earlier.
Oh my god. What the fuck? I'm getting PTSD.
Abdiel, the voice of the Seraphim, steps forward and accuses us of violating the will of God by becoming Nahobino. Hao diffuses the situation by essentially putting off our trial. Judging by our character's face, I don't think we give a shit. Despite Yu's apathy towards all of this, Hao believes she owes us an explanation. She's had spiritual power since childhood and is called the Saint of Bethel. Moreover, the Tokyo that we've come to understand isn't real.
What the fuck? So we're in a fake Tokyo? Is Dot the Tokyo from Nocturne, where True Demon Ending is canon, Demi-Fiend and Lucifer won, because Lucifer won in this universe. So Demi-Fiend and Lucifer won
beat God, world became chaos. That's Dot. How did this Tokyo come to be? Is that the same ward from 18 years ago? Hold up. We got to do research, chat. Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne release date. This is the real test. Because 18 is too specific. 2003. Okay. 2021 minus 2003. 18! 18! Holy shit! Nocturne Chiyoda. Chiyoda is where the Diet Building is located. Holy fuck! It's a sequel. It's a sequel to Nocturne.
Yuzuru, also stun-locked by this information, asked for clarification on the Tokyo they've lived in this entire time.
The Tokyo you're referring to is an act of God. Through his miracle, Tokyo and its people were perfectly recreated. No one suspected a thing.
Does that mean I'm not real?
What follows is a sequence of events that, like the previous revelation, is one I do not want to describe and instead show you.
Though we are few, that is what the Bethel Japanese branch fights.
Yo, it's Aogami, but short. It's Aogami and Aogami's son.
My name is Koshimizu. I'm in charge here, in addition to being Japan's prime minister.
There's no way we have the prime minister battling What? The prime minister is enlisting children to battle demons.
I'm thankful the Proto-Fiend returned safely, though I've never heard of it fusing with a human before.
Okay, here's my big brain, my like 10 billion IQ guess, all right? Koshimizu is actually the main villain of the game. The prime minister is evil. The prime minister wanted to create the Demi-Fiend. So, to like take over, you know, fucking Dot or whatever. So in trying to make the Demi-Fiend, he made the Proto-Fiend, which is modeled after himself. And that's who fucking Aogami is. And Aogami, because he sounds like a robot, that's why I believe that that's what he is. I don't know why he's able to fuse with me, but that's what I think Aogami is. I think he is Koshimizu's nuclear weapon. Does that make sense? Tell me not that doesn't sound crazy. That's exactly what a prime minister would do.
I played a role in Aogami's creation myself.
What did I just say? What did I just say?
Wow, this guy is fat, stupid, ugly, and overconfident. Dazai, Yuzuru, and Tao express their opinions on the matter. Yu doesn't care, and we head to bed for school tomorrow. On the way, I take a few minutes to speak with the NPCs. As usual, before entering the school to start the day, I like to glean information from NPCs and check out the environment.
Yo, hee-ho, can you see me, ho? I fell into this dimensional chasm and ended up in this big old city, ho. There are humans everywhere. It's terrifying, ho. I want to go home. No, Jack Frost is lost. This is a scam. This is a video game. I cannot walk. This is not real. No wonder this is called Tokyo 2. This building is fake. I can't walk that way. Look at them. They can't even walk at full 60 FPS. This is how I know it's not real Tokyo. They're not real people. Can I go rob a car, dude? Alright, this game sucks.
Once inside, we notice a red-haired student seemingly being bullied by a pair of women. Her name is Sahori Itsukishima.
She's getting a persona!
Attempting to navigate this fake-ass school of invisible walls, human walls, and 15 FPS students.
They just went through. Why can't I go through?
I do have a notable conversation with Miyazu that I found to be quite sad. She essentially explains that she can't do anything without her brother and has no choice but to rely on him. After this, she mentions having a dream of a prince from another country that sailed through the night sky to help her. Processing this information in silence, I conclude this is foreshadowing for later with an audible After school, Hal implores us to speak with her in the dorm roof later tonight. I don't think she needs to ask this of us because that's probably the next main story quest, but sure. Just before leaving the school, Itsukishima steps out of the nurse's office, followed by Miyazu. She calls attention to the bruises Itsukishima has and suspects it's due to bullying. With the little time we've had with Miyazu, she's really starting to leave an impression on me. Arriving at the dorm roof, we stunlock Tao by correctly guessing what this is about. She tells us Itsukishima is a close friend of hers. They were on the lacrosse team in the previous school year, and Itsukishima was the star player. The club members resented Itsukishima due to her training regimen being too intense, leading to aggressive physical and verbal bullying. Without knowing what that training regimen was, I mean, for all we know, she could have been Kamoshida from Persona 5, it's strange to just accept all of this at face value. Despite that, I really enjoy this sort of character trope and scenario. It's always been fun for me to see where a writer takes a character's direction after going through something like this. So for now, I'll give them the benefit of the doubt, and I'm excited to see where they go with it.
What is this, bro?
Commence.
I told you the Prime Minister was trying to recreate the Demi-Fiend, bro. I told you, dude. He's like, the Proto-Fiend is not complete.
Rebooting Algami.
Oh my god, bro. I'm fucking 10 head, dude. I guarantee you he's gonna try to use Algami to influence my actions, bro. Where the fuck is Demi-Fiend? Available for $25.99 on the Nintendo eShop.
I don't know where this power came from, but I trust you'll come to our aid, brother.
Okay, I refuse to believe that that's his actual brother. They look too similar. I mean, I guess they could be twins, but no. He's calling him brother because that's what he calls his brothers in command, because he's a prime minister working in military affairs. You always call your homies brothers, dude. It's not his actual brother. This is never heard of twins. It's not his twin, dude. He's calling him... They're saying brother to throw you off. Guarantee, 100%. No doubt.
One more crazed theory crafting session later, we head to school the next day. Yuzuru calls us explaining that demons have begun to invade fake-ass Tokyo. Yuzuru was put in charge of the school while we were placed in command of Jozoji Temple. Lord knows I'm ready for another boss fight. So we meet up again with Algami and head to Jozoji Temple. The whole temple is ablaze with countless demons laid out across the temple's entrance. According to Goko, we should be expecting... Okay, well... here we go. Lahmu is a picturesque piece of poop so hairy that he is definitely topping the charts on Shin Megami Tensei 5 Dojin.
Looks like poop with a face.
The fight is a joke thanks to how many weaknesses we can exploit. And like any new fighting game player, he's got a million excuses before popping a couple instant transmissions in search of his other half. That other half most likely being Itsukishima. Algami and I receive a call from Yuzuru confirming Lahmu's destination being the school, meaning it's time for our first dungeon.
You guys want to know the craziest part about all this? The demons caused all of this, but they couldn't get through this barrier. Let's see if they were able to get past the invisible walls over here. Oh my god, they couldn't get through here either. Bro, that's the true safe haven, dude.
As if I've searched Shin Megami Tensei 5 on r/dojinshi, Lahmu has a high school girl wrapped in a giant, wet, pulsating tentacle. Upon closer inspection, the girl is Itsukishima.
I command you, give in to your urges. Accept them, embrace them.
Bro, he's mind controlling her? What the fuck? This is literally like the plot to a hentai, dude. Alright, dude, I'm gonna fucking... I was not expecting a song like this to play, but okay.
I'm not sure who decided to make the demon-infested school a club, but I'm not complaining. As we wipe the floor with demons, a large wolf ganks us from behind. Yuzuru introduces them as his partner, Hayataro. I don't think I've spoken much on Masayuki Doi's new demon designs, but I think Hayataro is a great example of how incredible they are. I can't think of a single one I've seen and wasn't impressed by so far. That being said, this encounter was just meant to tell us that Yuzuru is actively doing something to help. With a demon like Hayataro watching over him, I'd imagine if we choose to side against Yuzuru, it'll lead to a pretty sick boss fight.
Aww. Hey ho, Vine taking care of this Krihipo?
All right, canonically, this Jack Frost is the one that was lost in Tokyo. Oh my god, she's fucking sexy, dude.
When I heard that a demon from my culture was being added to the game, the rush of pride that flowed through my veins was disturbingly immense. Manananggal is disgusting, depraved, and downright sexy. Wow. she could kill me. Running into Dazai, he admits his pussy bone has gone into full effect. This surprised me because I'm so used to a character hearing encouragement from the protagonist automatically fixing their personal issues. It might not be a huge moment, but I definitely want to pay attention to what happens with Dazai later on. This is legit interesting.
Wow, what the fuck? He actually just left? Oh my god, I feel bad for him.
Finishing off the last few demons on our trek to the top, the screen fades and we catch Tao calling for Itsukishima. They found the bullies that picked on her. Nahobino tries to approach, but Lahmu knocks us back. Tao makes an attempt to calm Itsukishima down, but it's clear that Lahmu's indoctrination has already taken hold.
I'm going to give them exactly what they deserve.
Wow, this song is incredible. Wow, what a bitch!
Drop dead.
Holy shit!
Serves you right. Pathetic.
Holy shit!
Lahmu's control fades for just a moment and she pleads for Tao's help, but Lahmu just entangles her and instant transmissions to the real Tokyo. Tao's goal is to join our party and save Itsukishima. Gami and I agree and enter the portal. I gotta mention, man, Erica Lindbeck pulls an excellent performance in this scene. She's been one of my favorite voice actors for a while now, and despite the small presence she has in this game, girl, you're killing it. We land on Tenozu Isle. Yuzuru, for what feels like the 100th time, gets us up to speed on what's happened. The demons have left fake Tokyo and returned here after taking the students at Join High. Our goal now is to rescue them. Accepting our fate as a rescue boy, I decide to begin our exploration of the area and not do any of that. Music here is no longer unsettling, instead invoking curiosity, as if I've gotten over the terror of the situation thrusted upon me and instead have set out to understand it. Am I smoking penis? The answer is yes. Platforming across the buildings and railways here is inexplicably fun. I feel like Sonic if he had longer legs, but somehow couldn't roll around at the speed of sound. During the exploration, we catch Rakshasa, Oni, and Kappa Tengu, as well as fuse 3 new demons, Mananangal, Xuanwu, and everyone's goat, Jack Frost. Just before continuing the main story, we head back to the previous area in the Netherworld to wrap up some quests and prepare to take on Matador.
SMT5 doesn't feel like an SMT game. I fucking despise and hate you Persona fans even more for this. Because of you, they ruined an entire franchise. After all these years waiting, it turns out to be absolute garbage because of you. The Persona games always sucked, and now they're mixing Persona and SMT together because they're money hungry and don't care about their franchise anymore. Do not buy SMT5 or any existing and future upcoming Atlus games. They only care about money and not their actual games or franchise. I mean, that's an opinion.
Accompanied with a new remix for the Fiends, the first couple attempts go about as well as you'd expect.
If he crits me here, I'm gonna lose it, bro. You mother... Oh my god. Wait, okay, question. Do gems count as crits? I guess I'm finding out, dude. I'm so done, bro. I'm so done. I'm so fucking done, bro. Greedy? I'm greedy. What? I had 5 HP and my whole team was dead.
Although with the information now downloaded, I come up with a new strategy running both Jacks and Kaya no Hime. The Jacks carry Tarunda and Secunda, which drop attack and accuracy, while Kaya no Hime's unique skill raises defense to max and heals. I failed to mention this earlier, but I also managed to grab Sakanagi for Nahobino. Kaya no Hime's skill proves to be as good as you think it'd be, while the Jacks and I continue to get as much damage in, bringing a few fizz and force dampeners to prevent Matador from completely swinging the momentum.
He doesn't even have red capote out.
My final attempt went very smoothly, which after what I just went through was more than deserved. Unlocking Matador for fusion. I run out, grab a Turdak to make this happen, and the skeleton is welcomed lovingly into our party. We return to the main story and enter Conan third block. As if right on cue with my emotions, the theme exudes overconfidence. I feel on top of the world. I'm vibing, I'm dancing, and nothing could possibly bring my mood down. Trekking through Conan, we catch a glimpse of Abdiel and Dazai. Up until this point, Dazai has been shown to be a complete wimp. This scene further drives that home, with him begging Abdiel to teach him how to be strong. Of course, Abdiel is the voice of the Seraphim, so her idea of strength comes from believing in God and acting without hesitation.
Damn, dude, that's some indoctrination right there.
Knowing Dazai's character so far, this doesn't bode well for our little sucker. Continuing to clear out Conan, I run into a group of Lilim asking me to kill Principality. Don't remember why, don't wish to recall why. Immediately after, a student halts our survey of the area, begging us to help her get out of here.
Oh shit, dude, Legoshi? From Beastars?
Lou Garot, a French werewolf, had apparently planned to have her for dinner. Unsurprisingly, we're thrown into another boss fight.
I'm gonna look for its weakness first. Oh, okay, nice. You really? Alright.
The second attempt goes much better, now that I didn't completely screw myself turn one. But we're introduced to the French werewolf's most devastating move in all of French cuisine. Soufflant de clan. I can't fucking do French. I'm so sorry. Being one of the highest damaging magic attacks in the game, Soufflet d'Eclair completely annihilates anything it hits, even through guard, opening us up to potential crits and wiping us out.
What the fuck, bro?
On the bright side, his big turn swings are very telegraphed, like Matador's, in which he always goes for an AoE physical attack after casting charge the turn prior. Abusing physical dampeners here turns this into a cakewalk.
Alright, big finish, baby. Boom!
The student who stopped us tells us to head north in order to find Itsukishima. Just when I step outside, I spot a beautiful Nekomata who's craving some salmon. You know I like my salmon. She mentions a warehouse full of them, and I head over to help her out. Now I can't just kill the king, you know what I'm saying? Sparing King Frost nets us a prime chilled salmon and a chance date with Nekomata.
I remember hearing about how humans saved a snow fairy from melting a long time ago. I think that's referencing SMT4, but I could be wrong. No. This is the Jack Frost and Nocturne, isn't it? I think it's the Jack Frost and Nocturne, actually. Holy shit.
I don't know if this is true, but if it is, I really love running into small things like this. It's non-intrusive to new players, but puts a smile on veterans' faces. Before setting out once more, I catch and fuse another set of demons. Bugs, Naga, Mothman, Poltergeist, and my boy, Chiranopu. Inching closer towards Lahmu's domain, another demon dares to backshot me. Using our finger sabers, we deflect his rod. The demon, who sounds eerily similar to Dimitri Fire Emblem, announces himself to be Fionn McCool. He wishes to test our strength. I say, let's do this shit, baby.
Holy shit.
At this point, I've come to accept that the first attempt will always result in a loss. So in an effort to gain as much knowledge from this as possible, I just start spamming elements to see what's usable and what isn't for round 2. Fionn, seeing this as a prime opportunity to show off like the ideal Irishman he is, just straight raw dogs my boy pussy with his signature skill. Clearly, I learned my lesson real good because brother gave it to me for hours on end, non-stop. Double defense down, Impaler's Animus type shit.
Dude, that move is actually a guaranteed one-shot. There's just no way.
After unsuccessfully getting on our knees, begging him please, we return to the drawing board and do what any sensible Nahobina would do. Catch and fuse more demons. Snacking a Lilim and fusing on Ahita, Addis, and Shikioji, I'm feeling good about this next attempt.
It's over. I live. I still live. Oh my... What are you, Matador? Okay, I'm Matador. He's Matador. Okay, so this is the hard part. How do I deal with the mana issue? What is going on? Nice. Okay, baby. Let's go, dude. Let's go. Oh no, dude. I don't know if we're doing enough damage. Oh my god, no, we're good, we're good, we're good. Let's go, baby. Holy shit, let's fucking go, baby. I'm so glad I didn't have to match his level. I'm so glad I didn't have to match his level.
Assuming this was Lahmu's domain, Dazai is here to apologize for running away for the 592,784th time and commits to fighting the demons. Apparently, Miyazu had been the one to help him back at school when we found him curled in a fetal position. Nahobino tells Dazai about the fairy village the students are being kept at, and Ogami clues us into which direction it can be found. Thankfully, we're pretty close.
Yo, the pussy be barking. No, I'm joking, I'm joking. Just imagine, bro. And it starts panting. Yeah, you give it some dog treats.
Just before jumping down the sandslide, a succubus and Demeter request our aid to slay some demons. One for a future full of bountiful harvests, and the other, a cum jar.
It's a mysterious bottle that can drain sexual energy from humans. I just gave her a cum jar. Kumbana was always one of the best. You should have seen the way he used this bottle. He was a real master. No way.
Now it's off to Fairy Village.
Oh my god, dude. It's so satisfying to slide down things, I swear. Let's go, dude. Bro, I'm playing SSX. Yo, let me do a trick. Whoa. Holy shit. Wow, I love the vibe of this. Holy shit.
Each and every fairy village I've come to in Shin Megami Tensei history has always been this immensely cool moment, and Fives continues that trend. The music is serene, peaceful, and beautiful. The terrain is a wonderful change of pace, teeming with life.
So, when you're outside of the forest, it's like just like these nature sounds, but then I guess the second I jump in, wow, that's so cool. Holy shit. That's fucking awesome, dude.
Miyazu is here and tells us Oberon, Titania, and Fionn, the Irishman we just met, were the ones who saved her and the other students, acquainting ourselves with the fellow villagers, as well as the king and queen, who bestows us our very own High Road Jack to follow us around. Feeling the need to subquest, I decide to try the next Fiend battle. Daisojo is one of my universal favorites across all of Megaten. His design rules, and he's always blessed with a very competitive moveset with substantial stats to boot. Unfortunately, the fight proves to be relatively easy, so afterwards I quickly fuse Huapo, Loa, Sudama, and Daisojo himself to my team. Following this is 2 hours of pure, unadulterated Thunderbird Fisto Fallout New Vegas cosplay featuring my pound cake as the target of desecration.
If I swap to Loa, 50-50 on if he hits me, but the percentage goes down lower because if I use this, he's -2 on accuracy. You get what I'm saying? Like, this is actually huge brain. I'm gonna bead. I don't think this is greedy. This is actually the best play. No fucking way he crit me! Oh my god, I lived. He's dead next turn as long as he doesn't crit or hit me.
This is the fight that taught me how imbalanced Omegatoki Critical is. You see, each demon race has its own special Magatsuhi skill, and Loa of the Jackie race contains Razatsu Feast. This skill is essentially debilitate, but brings them to rock bottom instead of one stage. Obviously an incredible skill, no? The problem is Omegatoki Critical is just on another echelon of power. Being able to give yourself 8 turns can single-handedly swing an entire fight around to your favor through damage or sustain. It's also just way more fun to play with, giving you so many options in a single turn. The fight, while brutal, was a great lesson to pocket for future bosses. Though I can't help but wish Omegatoki Critical wasn't in the game, due to how hard it invalidates a lot of, if not all of the other Magatsuhi skills in a regular playthrough, based on what I've played so far at least. Following the Daisojo fight, I set out for the next Fiend, Hellbiker.
That smell. Yeah, it's gotta be. It's a menorah. No mistaking it.
I fucking love this guy. Yeah, it's gotta be.
Anahita makes short work of him, and I'm back to fuse more demons. I'm sure you've noticed by now, but this is the general loop of Shin Megami Tensei. Personally, I find it extremely addicting, and I love going back to the World of Shadows every 3 hours to cook up something new. This time, it's Black Ooze, King Frost, Quetzalcoatl, and Thoth. Interested in trying these demons out, I think it's time to check out some of the DLC quests. Atlus has been no stranger to locking demons into DLC, and I'm no stranger to ponying up like the rat bastard I am. This quest sees us meeting Artemis. Like many before her, she's stun-locked that we managed to kill the Hydra and names us the Hercules of Japan. She wants to test herself, and after slaying a Quetzalcoatl to prove our worthiness, we face off. Artemis uses a slew of physical skills and has a signature move called Astral Saint Strike, which blasts the entire team in a sea of arrows. Basically, she kicked my ass. I lead round 2 with Black Ooze and spam Taunt since he resists physical. Let me tell you, the value I got out of Taunt in this fight completely trivialized it. I know this isn't a crazy strategy or anything, but moments like this are so satisfying. It's like figuring out a difficult puzzle. Anyway, Artemis joins our party, and man, she is a freak, bro. I won't lie. I detest Atlus's DLC practices, but I have to admit, I really enjoyed this one. The fight was very challenging, and I could feel the reward of adding Artemis to my team immediately. Granted, I still think this could have just been a sub-quest in the base game. Returning to Fairy Village, I decide to help our little friend, Pyro Jack. He's looking for the goddess Eden, who's capable of making golden apples, the cure for any situation. These apples are to be used on the students resting at the Fairy Village to ensure a speedy recovery. The problem is that Loki has stolen the apples. Never mind that, how is Eden able to say all this while bouncing like she snorted 4 rows of cocaine and not vomit yet? After bringing the apples to the village, Dazai falls over like the sucker he's so proud to be and tells us that he failed to save Itsukishima from Lahmu. We'll help her in a moment. I'm sure she's been alright after all this time, but first, I have to go find Loki again.
Bro, I didn't see the Nekomata behind me. Oh my god, bro. No way!
Eden's rescue is a success, and we unlock her for fusion. While we can't make her just yet, I do catch and fuse Parvati, Sukuna Hikana, and Hellbiker. Taking these new demons for a spin, I decide it's finally time to go check on Lahmu, who's apparently just been staring at her doing nothing all this time. Nahobino just lets Lahmu shove Itsukishima down his gullet, growing more tentacles in the process and beginning our fight with this hairy turd nugget. Using the first attempt to learn his weaknesses, I notice he has a unique status ailment that my chat dubbed cancer. The gimmick to this fight is to kill off his tentacles quickly so that he can't suck you up, spit you out, and heal them back to full. You tank the death and back off to catch and fuse a few more demons. One of them even killed me. I also add Spirit Drain to my arsenal of skills because in Shin Megami Tensei 4, that skill was busted. Maybe it's worth giving a try here too.
I profited 2 MP off that. 2 MP. 2 more than... Alright, let's see how much I profit. 5 MP cost. 3? Yo, we're moving up, dude. We're moving up.
We open the fight with Parvati, Power, and Artemis to AoE buff, debuff both sides of the fight. Power taunts to tank the Babylon Curse so that the important demons don't lose turns. God, I love this skill. This fight is definitely a war of attrition. Slowly but surely, we take down each tentacle until nothing's left.
Oh my god. Okay. Wow, this guy is like no HP. Easy. What the fuck is that, bro? I'm gonna be honest, that looks like a penis. No way, it doesn't refill my mana.
That's just cruel, man. Now in a battle with Lahmu's Longanisa, we try ripping the tip off, but it only blasts us back at full force, confusing the team. This is definitely a fight you need to prepare a multitude of demons for. Regardless, I keep pressing the attack and get lucky with Artemis blocking a Bufu, allowing me to set up.
Nice, let's go.
I even got to use a different Magatsuhi skill. Sea of Stars, the Divine Race's unique skill, refreshes my MP a bit so that I can push for more damage. I set up an Elect Dampener since he's telegraphed his Mazianga, and Sukuna Hikana puts him down for good. What follows is my favorite scene in the game so far.
Listen closely. You're mine.
No fucking way they already... Wait, did they fuse? What? What the fuck, bro?
The girl
Who's already got a hold of her?
You too will make an excellent sacrifice.
Ew, bro. Wait, is she just... Wait, what?
Do not despair. You have your own role to play.
Persona?
I offer you my life. Now accept it.
Wait, is she fusing with us? Wait, what? Are we like 3 people now? Is Sahori fighting back? Yo, holy bro.
Thank you.
Everyone's just getting stabbed, bro.
I do wonder why Goko is able to speak with Tao in her near-death state, or what that implies for him as a character, but I've got to say, both Sahori and Tao went out with a bang.
Yeah, let me fuse let me bring them back into existence.
Leaving the scene, Aogami questions himself for allowing Tao to join our party. I tell him only the most appropriate response.
We live in a society.
And return to Bethel. Here, Koshimizu tells us for the 3rd time how the world came to be. To be fair, Yuzuru and Dazai haven't heard this explanation yet, but it's kind of wild that the player and protagonist have to sit through this again. A real takeaway from this is that the demons of real Tokyo want to become Nahobino and recreate the world in their own vision by ascending the Empyrean and taking the throne of God. Okay. Upon leaving Bethel, I come across a middle-aged officer who tells us about Sergeant Yakumo, a superior that was always kind to others yet hard on himself. His kind actions led to someone taking advantage of him, subsequently getting him killed.
I can't believe that's just on like a random like NPC.
More importantly, the lost Jack Frost is doing pretty good. Meeting up with Dazai and Yuzuru on the roof, everyone resolves themselves for the coming storm, and Aogami swears fealty to me. I don't know what I did to earn this guy's trust this much, but I love this dude. The next day, Koshimizu informs us of Bethel's plan to launch a full assault on the forces of chaos. Although, Bethel Japan has been excluded from this mission since the Prime Minister of Japan has enlisted literal children to defend his country. Yuzuru and Dazai resent this, demanding to be put on the front lines. Koshimizu agrees and sends his child soldiers out to fight gods in his name, but asks Yuzuru to stay behind. Aogami grills us once more in our silence, and I tell him the same thing I told everyone when I was in school. I don't have a choice, so I guess I'll just do it. This mission takes us to Ginza, where we get a front row seat to the war at hand. A power falls from the sky and warns us of Abdiel's objection to our joining in this battle. Nahobino responds with an ellipses so powerful, power dies. The music here once again perfectly lays the groundwork for what's happened, what's happening, and what's going to happen. An all-out bombastic blast of percussion full of chaos every time that drum kit is hit. My cervical spine may wear out by the end of this area, but I can confidently say it's worth every bop of my head. The underbelly of Ginza shares another version of the theme that's less chaotic, and I'm not really a composer or a musical artist, so I don't know how else to describe this other than submerged. It sounds like I'm hiding from the conflict just above.
Oh my... Bro, what the fuck?
My exploration commences, and I run into another one of my top 5 best demons of all time, Black Frost.
Bro, I could fit in his mouth. This would be the Emperor of Kabuki. Wait, isn't that where he was in fucking Nocturne? But then this demon, he had to come and bust up my... No way! It's the same Black Frost! Want to hear the plan? To become an emperor, you need wealth, ho. First, you loan money to the poor demons, and you cash it on super... What the Okay. All that is so far so good in Black Frost, the Lone Shark's master plan. A Heian club needs Heian alcohol, but this guy Dionysus controls the whole circulation of alcohol in Ginza. Please, ho, you have to get rid of Dionysus so I can get what I need. Is this going to be one where I choose between them?
There is no person in the universe that is picking Dionysus over Black Frost. There's no universe where that happened.
We'll help our boy out sooner than later, but for now, I really want to get a good look at this area and soak in the...
Huh?
Abdiel backs down completely, like the spineless harlot she is, and has no choice but to let me continue my operation. She then gives Dazai a trio of angels and runs away. Beginning to show signs of what I think is admiration, Dazai happily fucks off with his new party, which leads me to lead the charge against the Demon King and end the war between law and chaos. First, I've got to help our boy take over this town. I catch and fuse another set of demons before marching over to Dionysus' domain. This time, I've added Eligor, Rajanaga, Valkyrie, and another one of my favorites, the spoiled rotten fiend, Atlus. Witnessing die for me is one of many things I look forward to every time I play a new Atlus game. They tend to get pretty creative with her signature skill. Black Frost changes his mind of becoming Emperor of Ginza, joins us instead. Hey, thank you, buddy. Just at that moment, an AC-130 of angels zips through the air before being burnt to a crisp. An abundance of Orthrus and Valkyrie charged at what caused the attack. Supersized Slurt, slamming his salami in every direction before going back to sleep. Kind of like every day I spent in high school. Obviously, I'm gonna check this out. A wall of flames blocks the area off, and a pair of power tells us to head towards Akihabara and find the shrine that dispels fire. Another power on the way to the shrine warns us of a human officer that beat the belief out of him. I begin to suck my straw in hopes that the cold drink prevents me from secreting liquid from my tear ducts, as Sergeant Yakumo will surely rampage my rump in the coming moments. Just as we guessed, Yakumo and Nuwa appear and have no desire to talk like before. Yakumo is frustrated that we continue to help Bethel, as do I, and Nuwa believes in us for some reason. In hopes of pleasing her, I promise to smite this officer down.
What is he, a Castlevania character? Why the fuck do you do that? I did die, yes.
It's odd to say this, but the peaks of Atlus's boss fights are always the human skirmishes. It's weird because there's all these sick designs in every corner, but then fighting a regular ass dude elevates my hype to maximum. Maybe it's because you're seeing all sorts of strange things non-stop that when some normal ass guy pulls up with a sword, it feels special. Like, how could this guy possibly have survived by himself and even swayed the goddess that created humans to his side? He's gotta be an absolute monster. Using elect dampeners and leading with Atlus, the fight becomes way easier.
Alright, dude, this shit is over, bro. No way he got a crit, bruh. Oh my god, he double attacked her.
Okay, you cannot take this guy lightly. I spend a couple turns to stabilize and then return in the offense, casting as many debuffs as I possibly can. I do luck out with Yakumo wasting a turn galvanic slashing Artemis and finish him off with a dark gem. After the battle, Yakumo continues to lambast the demons, and Nuwa explains to him that she's a stalker who watched all of the events between Lahmu and I. Yakumo shows compassion and the two leave us alone for now. I take this opportunity to announce my affection for Aogami before something terrifying catches my eye.
Kagutsuchi?
Amanozako zooms by us, hoping to escape a Kapatengu for some reason, and Kelpie wants her help in killing Gira Mikella so that he can use its head as a watering can to prevent nutrients to the trees in Fairy Village. There was a person in my chat at one point who expressed their opinion of Shin Megami Tensei as too serious and has no levity. While I disagree just due to the existence of demon negotiation and all the random interactions that come with it, moments like this, while dark, are fucking hilarious. In contrast, a Valkyrie wants us to kill a Hecaton Kyries that slaughtered a majority of her friends. Yeah, sure, whatever. Finally arriving at the shrine, we're given the Akia Gongen talisman, which protects us from fire, and head back to the flames. Before challenging Surt, I fuse Osei and Belphegor. I also happen to pick up another of Aogami's essences containing Wrath Tempest and throw that bad boy into my arsenal. The sheer scale of Surt shines through in the battle camera, even with the guy sitting on his knees.
Oh my god, that's a cool shot. Wow. That's dope.
Unsurprisingly, Surt casts a lot of fire spells, quickly bringing down Eden. At this point, she's my main healer, so after she's slain, I bring out Hellbiker to absorb his fire damage while doing a serviceable amount of healing. Surt also has counter, and my two main damage dealers are physical, which is a bit of a problem. I resurrect Eden and bring out Belphegor, who resists fire. The plan now is to use fire dampeners when an AoE skill is telegraphed, protect Eden, and just use her to support Nahobino best she can till Surt's been dealt with. This works out well for about half the fight, but since I can't lower his attack with this setup,
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, I did consider restarting here, but decided to keep it going. Chirinopu, while underleveled at this point, helps us go for a few more turns thanks to his signature buff skill. But like Eden, gets soloed out.
Oh my god, man. Come on, bruh.
From here, I bring out Valkyrie, who does carry Tarunda, and while she did get killed, allowed us to live long enough to go for one more Omagatoki critical.
Please don't miss. Okay, please kill. Please kill. Let's fucking go, baby. Oh my god, dude. Jesus. Motherfucker does 6 million damage. Look at that. Dude wiped out my entire party, bro. Oh my god.
The second we won the fight, the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse came to warn me. I clearly am not phased at this in the slightest, and Dazai stops by to congratulate me while sneaking in as many compliments to Abdiel as he can.
I'm sure glad I got these angels from Master Abdiel. Only because of her I made it this far without getting killed. Seriously, I really can't thank Master Abdiel enough. I actually met up with her again after we separated.
Sure, man, whatever. Cert was not the demon king we've been looking for, and press onward to another area in Ginza, one much less affected by the chaos just around the corner. In this area are multiple pillars which appear to be providing power at one very specific point. Before investigating, I fuse Yoshitsune, Qinglong, and Mishaguji while running into Demeter, again followed by a few more demons asking for help. We're tipped off on Amanazaku's location, and while I'm not the biggest fan of
Oh, you want some? Well, do ya?
I'm gonna go see what's up with her. Boasting her own signature counter skill, she's very clearly way too much for us to handle right now, so instead I round up some more side quests. Like this one, where Isis is asking us to decapitate her son and bring the head to her. Wow, I love her. Using my newly fused team, these subquests are a breeze to get through. We even managed to first try White Rider without too much trouble. Red Rider though, he's a bit tougher, so I fuse an Isis with Marakunda to deal with his minions quickly, and White Rider happens to carry both Matarikaja and Matarunda while boasting the first Dying skill in my pool of demons. Red Rider thankfully happens to be weak to it, and flips the odds in our favor to an easy victory. On the way to Black Rider, I catch and fuse Macabre and Red Rider while killing Hekaton Kairis for Valkyrie, Giri Mikella for Kelpie, Horus for Isis, and a couple of the overworld bosses representing the 4 Heavenly Kings, plus the giant chimera that spooked me earlier. The path towards Black Rider itself was a hellscape of horrid hitboxes with annoying Anzu incessantly screaming.
Dude, are these guys really just gonna block the area? This shit's about to make me lose my mind. Get the fuck out of the way! Dude, I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna lose it. Please get away from me, bro. Such a dumb encounter, bro.
If this game ever gets the royal treatment, this is at the top of my list for fixing. Just an awful experience. Fighting Black Rider proves to be the toughest of the initial 3. His minions spam Matarukaja plus Heatwave very often, and my current team isn't equipped to easily get rid of them. I did catch and fuse Fornius into Lahmu, as well as modify Eden's current skill set, but it didn't really help all that much. Back to checking out the Ginza area, I run into Demeter again, who is still asking questions that will probably affect my alignment, in addition to the location of another tyrant that needs to be slain. Holding every fiber in my body back from referencing the first enemy of Persona 5, I quickly take him out and return to the shrine where we got the fire talisman. I didn't talk about it earlier, but they needed my help to bring Uyamatsumi back to their senses. This time, Okuninushi, leader of the Kunitsukami, requests a deal with his party. The fight is super easy. I've got some confidence now, so I think we're gonna go take on Amanazaku again. Confirming my suspicions, the fight was a lot easier.
Okay, I don't want to see that, man. That was literally like POV, the penis is jumping on you.
At this point, I have mixed feelings on being so overpowered. On one hand, I think it's great to be rewarded for all the work I've put in so far, but I've been gaslit into masochism already. I want the pain. I want to suffer. So let's give Black Rider another go. Why not? No need to worry, the game is still kicking my ass. Thinking my general strategy of AoE buffs and debuffs is fine, I fuse a few more demons to raise my team's general stats before giving it another go. I also make sure that any demon I bring nulls ice to block Black Rider's Glacial Blast, Sarasvati and Chikokuten being perfect additions. Per usual, my genius strategy shines through and makes light of the fight. Losing turns consistently, the only path to victory for Black Rider is if I had a sudden lobotomy.
I'm just gonna sock an Agi, honestly. Yo, wait, what? Did I hit Ice Gem and not Fire Gem? I'll still win, dude. I'll still win. Dude, I misclicked.
I've got the fight downloaded at this point, so it's just a matter of repeating the strategy and not committing self-lobotomy. Using Dakini afterwards, I sprint towards the final horseman of the apocalypse, Pale Rider. I'm not gonna front, this wasn't even close. It's like the game is begging me to stop side questing and return to the main quest. Fine, let's see where those pillars we found earlier were pointing towards. I did accidentally turn one of them off, not knowing the repercussions because I tend to spam the action button pretty frequently. But hey, maybe it's not gonna be so bad. Arriving at the focal point of this is a gorgeous Ishtar yapping about blind acceptance or something. I don't know, who cares? I think she's assuming we're part of Lucifer's army and attacks me. Listen, I'm all for wonderful ladies bossing me around, but I'm not sure what was so special that Atlas needed to pull me away from killing Pale Rider.
Okay. Oh, I lack Magatsuhi. How brazen of you.
We did actually club music.
Oh, well, Eden's dead. Wow, that did a lot of fucking damage. Oh my god, calm down. Holy fuck. Yes, sir. All right, too bad my entire team is gone.
Holy shit! What the fuck?
Okay, the gimmick to this boss is pretty cool, and it's got awesome music to boot. Based on Ishtar's reaction earlier, the pillars are what dictate her power level. I don't want her to just roll over and die, so before I take more down, I try the fight again with a new set of demons. I catch an Anzu-infused Clotho, Moloch, Kinky, and Black Rider. Clotho will support us, Kinky will draw her attention to break turns by nulling electricity, and Moloch is just a meat shield for now.
Is he dead? All right. Oh my god, bro.
Yeah, Dreadful Gleam feels like the strongest move in the game. I take down one tower, putting her at -2, and throw myself to the wolves once more. I was hoping that I could reduce Dreadful Gleam's potency in battle by taking away its sealing capability, because I'm willing to get pierced by a woman like that. Despite that, I'm still giving this a whirl. Following the original plan of Kinky taunt spam and Clotho Moloch support, things go somewhat smoothly. It's very scary when the seal RNG goes off, but we're pretty lucky with it thankfully, leading us to a nice, clean victory. I misunderstood Ishtar's words as she's apparently chaos aligned.
Whoa, Ishtar's a chaos demon?
And Abdiel comes out of hiding like the coward she is. She says it's time to march into the Demon King's domain and take him out. One of the power with her mentions another archangel, Cumhaill, is about to descend and have a meeting with us. What a shocker! Cumhaill thinks we should die in the name of the Lord.
All right.
He dies saying we shouldn't be allowed to live, otherwise people will stop following God and follow me instead. Oh, sick! He's gonna stop following God and follow me instead. After that, we head down the stairs and into the Demon King's castle, the next major dungeon in Shin Megami Tensei 5. The visual design of this dungeon rules, but I know there seem to be a lot of people who struggled with its main gimmick, the wind tunnels. I'm playing this just before the patch to change it is released, so I'll give my thoughts on the design of it when I get to the puzzle that everyone seems to struggle with. The music here is excellent and imposing, but due to its more subdued nature, I get to really hear the sound design on Nahobino's footsteps. A really weird quirk I have when I play video games is to keenly listen to how well different sounds of motion are portrayed. Nahobino's footsteps get 2 thumbs up from me.
The sound that Nahobino's feet makes whenever it hits something is so crisp. It's like a really good footstep sound.
Sprinting through the dungeon without too much thought, Aogami warns us of one boss, Chernobog. Always loved his design, by the way. Didn't really do much though. We bump into Dazai. He's busy praising Abdiel for existing and still calling himself weak and pathetic. Abdiel orders him to go full anti-bravery and run back to the entrance to hold off reinforcements. Dazai once again listens to his mommy, despite being told he's nothing but fodder for foot soldiers. Brother, you've gotta grow a pair. The next couple areas feature the wind tunnel puzzles that people struggled with, and Atlus apparently will be modifying in a patch very soon. The first one isn't too bad, requiring a little bit of brain power. Second puzzle though, has me doing a bit of trial and error. I gotta learn which gusts of wind blow me where. I do want to bring up how much nicer it is to focus on the puzzle without random encounters stopping me from thinking every few seconds. That really killed my enjoyment towards the end of Nocturne and Strange Journey. I've never been very good at multitasking even when it comes to work. I pick one task and focus until it's finished. Having battles distract my thought process was not fun. After about 30 minutes, give or take, the puzzle is finished and we enter the depths of the castle. Ariok, that fat bastard, like the other demons of chaos, is trying to find his other half and become Nahabino to recreate the world. The real challenge to this fight is the two Decarabia who keep Ariok's evasion topped off, making them the priority targets early on. After they're wiped out, he's easy pickings. For his death, Ariok urges us to be free from God's shackles and shape the world ourselves. As if I wasn't doing that already. On the way out, Yakumo stops us to say he doesn't give a single shit about people who won't fight for themselves, worrying Aogami, and then walks away. I like this guy. Outside of the castle, Abdiel and Dazai have been waiting this entire time? You'd think after gassing herself up over and over, she'd be doing something, but I'm once again left unimpressed and confused as to what Dazai sees in her. Just before leaving, Abdiel even threatens us, stating,
"Your very existence profanes your triumph. One day, I will have to decide whether the sin of your being must be judged."
That makes no sense, bro.
Dazai, Yuzuru, and I report to Koshimizu, congratulates us on a terrible mission.
Yeah, Master Abdiel said that too.
Shut up! Koshimizu explains that the fake Tokyo we live in is beginning to collapse. As Tao told us at the start of the game, this fake Tokyo is a miracle of God. That same God was killed by Lucifer. Naturally, the miracles this God brought on are starting to fade. Koshimizu informs us Japan will be declaring independence from Bethel, and like everyone else, become a Nahabino to recreate the world. Of course, this is heresy to Bethel, turning them into our enemy.
But Master Abdiel was good to me.
Nah, this character is unreal. I do not believe this guy was this easily manipulated off of one encounter where all Abdiel said was, "I'm strong because I believe." She just called you fodder for foot soldiers like an hour ago. This brother is smoking penis. Dude, am I crazy? Or did Dazai just forget all of the demons that I killed single-handedly, which the angels have spent years failing to put a scratch on? Koshimizu also reveals himself to be Tsukuyomi, and a higher being than Abdiel, which is great and all. However, I can't help but think Dazai is either completely delusional or never cared about the protagonist to begin with. Either way, I do not like this guy one bit. Tsukuyomi says a summit will be held at Bethel HQ soon and is requesting 3 high schoolers to be his bodyguards. Here we go again. Everyone agrees, and Dazai wonders what he could possibly do to help in this situation.
You will distract them with your YouTube channel. While they kill you, we will do our thing. Dazai, now's the time. Show them your YouTube channel. Odin's like, where's the dislike button?
Yuzuru wants to, once again, meet at the dorm rooftop. 3 of us head there, and what looks to be the conception from Nocturne begins in the distance. This isn't actually the conception, it's just God's miracle waning, meaning Big Tokyo is disappearing. Aogami receives intel that the summit will be held tomorrow, and the 3 of us prepare for the meeting by getting a good night's rest. The meeting is to be held at the Tokyo Diet Building's conference hall. Aogami and I enter the angel-filled area, and Tsukuyomi greets us. About a minute later, Abdiel shows up, attempting to intimidate Tsukuyomi by insinuating her doubt on our faith to uphold God's order. Here we finally meet the heads of Bethel. Khonsu, head of Egypt, Zeus, head of Greece, Odin, head of the Nordic branch, and Vasuki, who's filling in for Shiva, representing India. Abdiel fills everyone in on the deeds we've done, killing off Surt, Ishtar, and Ariok. No one here gives a single shit about this, and instead immediately question Abdiel on whether the god of creation was truly killed by Lucifer. Abdiel just kind of dodges the question, and Vasuki claims that Shiva is already planning to defect from Bethel and begin a new directive. Khonsu suggests we talk things over first, so Tsukuyomi suggests we speak with the others. I'm not sure why the head of Japan would rather have a security guard do the negotiating, but sure, why not? Everyone here just expressed some random selfish desire besides Khonsu, who claims it would create a world of happiness and equality.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest, nobody here really made an actual statement. Like, Khonsu did, but that was like the most PR bullshit I ever heard in my life. Zeus was just like, yeah, I want to kill somebody and like take the throne. Odin just gave me like a lore dump and like showed jealousy towards me, and then Vasuki's just like, I'll do whatever Shiva says.
Tsukuyomi's goal is to create a democratic world full of multiple gods to care for the world at large. Yuzuru sides with Tsukuyomi's desire, and Dazai, I just have to question what happened in the writer's room for this game, but especially for this character. Abdiel in this scenario has only stated that she thinks God is alive, and that we should stand together because she just thinks he didn't die. What about that makes you think, wow, she's kind of spitting right now? Imagine running a political campaign where your grand plan is to huff copium.
The Creator can never be defeated. But were that even to be true, surely he would rise up once more.
That is the most shaky ass log.
Yes.
Okay.
The heads of Bethel bicker over the necessity of their unity, frustrating Abdiel, who points out the condemnation is still in effect, showing undeniable proof that God is still alive. Honsu quickly points out that there's a Nahobino standing like 5 feet away from her, pissing Abdiel off.
Are you serious?
Witness, as I smite this aberration and blot out his sin from the earth.
Dumb bitch, bro. What? Dazai, are you seeing this? Is this your fucking girl, bro?
For all the talk she has throughout the game, Abdiel just sits there for exactly 14 minutes and 50 seconds until she dies. The heads of Bethel, impressed by the protagonist, analyze the situation and come to the conclusion, hey, why don't we become Nahobino too? All I'm saying is this finale better be some Dragon Ball Z Battle of Gods type shit. I'm talking multiple Nahobino, Battle Royale, Battle Bus, the works, bro. I am very excited to see how this turns out. Tsukuyomi has one more giant lore dump just after leaving Abdiel on her own, but a lot of this has already been covered throughout the game. It's more like a summary. There is one major morsel of information though. Ogami is actually an artificial body modeled after Tsukuyomi, made with the goal of inheriting all of the Amatsukami's Magatsuhi. The Amatsukami were wiped out during the conception, leaving Tsukuyomi on his own. I'm just guessing here, but I'd assume based on this information that the Magatsuhi from the rest of the Amatsukami is what's powering Ogami. Yo, that was a bar. What the fuck? We also learned his true name, Susanoo. After the massive lore dump, Tsukuyomi casually drops the fact that Yuzuru is his knowledge. He then asks him if he wishes to become like the protagonist. She accepts. Going back to Dot, I catch and fuse another set of demons, Orthrus, Basilisk, and hey, we can finally fuse Hydra. All right, my bad. Before heading back to Dot, Dazai stops us asking where Abdiel is. I am sick of talking about this character. We tell him she's probably still at the summit and take him to her.
It is you, Ichiro Dazai. You are my knowledge.
Lucifer appears suddenly, being the snake in the garden, to tempt Abdiel to take matters into her own hands. This is fantastic cinematography, by the way. The way Lucifer's shadow towers over the pool of water looks incredible. When the camera returns to us, a voice appears in the protagonist's head.
Hey, can you hear me? Oh, thank goodness.
Wait, is this the fucking Tao fusion, bro? Did Tao actually fuse with me?
Tao, now the goddess of creation, joins our party and our path to ascend the Empyrean.
What the fuck?
Taking us to the final area of the game. When we land, Tao warns us of the other demons seeking to become Nahobino. Monozako darts over to us and assumes we're cheating on her with Tao. I hate her. Checking Tao's stats, not only are they good, her unique skill, Light of Order, is seemingly the best support skill in the entire game, dispelling debuffs and raising all stats by 1 while also healing. Okay, Atlus, if you're gonna give me the best support in the game, I will gladly take it. The theme used for this area goes crazy. Like the songs before it, I feel Ryota Kozuka and the rest of Atlus Sound Team had a goal with this.
You know what's really cool about the way they handle the overworld themes is the first song in the first area of Dot is so desolate and like empty. Kind of like, because you know that's where you start, obviously. Like the character is new to the world, like he's not used to anything, but then as you like play through the game, the music gets progressively like more normal. It's almost like the character is adjusting to the world through music, if that makes sense. That sounds really crazy and stupid, but like, that's something that I kind of noticed playing this game that I really appreciate. Because it's like by the time you get to the 3rd and 4th area, like, it really does feel like you're completely adjusted to the game and you're like almost like rewarded with this music as like familiarity in a way. It's pretty cool. Dude, I should put that in my script. That was fucking huge, brain.
The final area of Shin Megami Tensei 5 is a mouth-watering jambalaya of so many different spices that I just love gobbling myself all the way through. Every second I'm spending here far exceeds the previous locations. Each of the ex-Bethel heads have their own section featuring demons aligned to their race or culture, leading to the big boss at the end.
I really like this feeling that I'm in like a domain of gods and that like each god kind of rules over each area. It feels like I'm on like a fucking mission right now.
Beginning my exploration of this area, I quickly run into Nuwa, who provides us a deeper insight into Yakumo's modus operandi. He doesn't hate other humans, he believes in humanity's potential for strength. Apparently, one of his mother's clients was seduced by a demon leading to his family being slaughtered. I'm glad this was explored in the main story and makes that passerby NPC's dialogue pretty cool to think back on. Of course, Amanozako feels the need to state the obvious regarding Nuwa and her love for humanity. I hate her. Nuwa leaves with Yakumo and I'm back to exploring. Lots of late game favorites are littered all throughout.
That's so cool. Yo, wait. Yo.
And the abscesses are particularly fun to deal with here.
What the?
During our survey, I spot Dazai in the distance, sucker hat and all.
That's right. I've got this. I've had this. My knowledge alone will serve the greater good! I have to stand up strong.
Damn, dude, come on. He's a sucker no more. Does this shirt say banger on it? What the fuck?
That was quite possibly the most lame event I've ever seen in my life. Now that that's over, I agree to help this Adramelech infuse Okuninushi, Lugaro, and Adavaka. I'm aware I've been ignoring the abscess all this time, but I have to highlight this encounter.
Wait, this is the fucking fight? What? What the fuck?
I'm sure this was just someone at the development team with a strong desire to troll the fuck out of the player, and props to you, brother. I love this. Fionn, my goat, is searching for a king to serve, stating that our actions are befitting of one. Before swearing fealty, he wants us to prove our strength to him in a duel. According to him, licking his thumb gives him the power of a Nahobino for a moment.
What level is he? Yeah, we're not winning. We're not winning. Holy fuck, I'm really underleveled. I'm like really underleveled, dude. Everything in this area is like 65 or higher.
Preparing for the trek to the Empyrean, I run into some more demons asking for assistance. One of them wants me to kill Abaddon, and the other wants me to put down Khonsu. Khonsu, bro, I'm kind of shocked that's part of a side quest, but in anticipation of its difficulty, I prepare some demons. Hecatenkairis, Lachesis, Sibel, Mama, Suiki, Barong, and my boy, my mascot, Ganesha. Fully equipped with a monstrous party, I head back to Bethel HQ before meeting with Khonsu. I didn't mention this earlier, but I did face Cleopatra and subsequently die due to her level being way higher than mine was at the time. This time, thanks to my godlike party, we dealt with her quickly. I should also mention Cleopatra is part of a DLC quest like Artemis was. The story's super light. She was basically exiled by Bethel and we're being sent to kill her. I spare her, and she joins my party as thanks. I'm not sure what would have happened if I did kill her. You'd probably have to fuse her instead, but I am very glad to just slot her right in because her signature skill, Frolic, is the best skill in the game. It casts the charm ailment while dropping your attack and defense by 2 stages. I also grabbed the final Algami essence, giving Nahobino their best signature skill, Murakumo. At this point, I'm sold on at least 2 of my permanent party members. Hal and Cleopatra are far too busted to not keep on the team. Another thing I haven't mentioned yet. I've been hoarding these incense and sutras all 60 plus hours at this point. These items allow you to increase your affinity with different elements or raise a specific stat. Raising your affinity lowers the mana cost of a spell. Convinced on who I'm going to use, I dump everything into Nahobino, Cleopatra, and Tao. Excited to test my current team, I start by giving Fionn that duel he's been asking for.
3,200! 3,200! Oh my god, bro.
I really do feel like an overpowered god at this point. Fionn joins our party, and this is it. This will be the party I complete the game with. Modifying his skill set and dumping even more incense, I'm prepared to finish up the subquests I took on and descend the Imperium. Every single boss dies. Critical Aura plus Impaler's Animus combined with Murakumo plus Makunlun is a combo that should be locked in a penitentiary. This shit is illegal.
Oh no. Is he gonna get two-shot? Oh no. Oh my god, he got two-shot.
Speeding through these bosses, I think it's time to KO Khonsu.
Dude, I finally got to be able to have a nutty team, and man, it feels good, dude.
Sparing Khonsu, he claims that becoming a Nahobino isn't a part of his plans and escapes to recover his Magatsuhi. We run into him again during our god-killing spree, where we end up killing his dad. During this quest line, Amon, who is Khonsu's father, had asked us to obtain the winged sun crest from Asura and Mithras. This key item allows the Egyptian deities to obtain the power of Ra. Amon, now a tyrant, can no longer obtain this power, passing it on to his son, Khonsu, who then leaves. Isis, the one who wanted her son's decapitated head, calls for a meeting with us. Before I really get into this, I failed to mention earlier, since I didn't think it'd be relevant, Isis's son is Horus, an Egyptian god whose eyes are the sun and moon. Keep that in mind. Okay, Isis pleads for us to stop Khonsu, who's on a mission to save Miyazu. She hasn't been relevant this entire time, and after 80 plus hours, pops back up relegated to a subquest. Damn shame. According to Isis, Miyazu is Khonsu's knowledge. When he discovered this, he found she was afflicted with an incurable terminal disease. He's been extending her lifespan by giving her his Magatsuhi, but her body can't take much of it anymore. If they were to fuse and become a Nahobino, Miyazu's individuality would disappear. All choices lead to death. Khonsu believes there's still a way to save her. This is where the winged sun crest and Horus's head come into play. He wants to become Ra and transform her into a god, meaning Miyazu would lose her humanity. That's all well and good, but it should also be said, Khonsu has been forcing all of this onto Miyazu without her consent. She's actually completely unaware of any of this happening. Isis, who is the only other demon aware of what's going on, believes that Miyazu deserves the right to know before going through with all of this. Racing back to Fairy Village, we catch Miyazu and Khonsu. Miyazu has realized what's been going on and asks Khonsu to stop. He tells both Miyazu and I what Isis mentioned previously and combines Horus's head with the winged sun crest to become Ra.
Oh my god, it's the other two people from the place. That's cool. Wait, that did so much damage to me. What the fuck? What level is he?
What the fuck?
The level was just for show because I swear there is nothing that can stop this almighty strength build. It's too good. Isis instant transmissions to the scene and explains that this was Khonsu's plan all along. In order for him to transform Miyazu into a god, he needs to die. Only then will the power pass on to her. Khonsu asked me to finish him, warning us if we don't do it, he'll do it himself. Miyazu stops both of us, saying she's fine with the way things are and doesn't want Khonsu to die. Instead, she'd like to spend the last few moments of her life with him. Khonsu promises to make the most of her last days together. He then turns to me and swears to help us should we need it. Miyazu tells us she's now resolved to become a nurse, and despite not knowing how things will turn out, she's just happy to have a goal to work towards. This quest wasn't perfectly written by any means, but I think it captures the potential that was set up in previous sections of the game excellently. Honestly, I don't believe the main quest is half as good as this subquest turned out to be. My only gripe is having all of it stripped from the main story, meaning no voice acting, generic cutscene direction, and worst of all, proof that Shin Megami Tensei 5 has interesting characters. Seeing Miyazu handled like this, I can only crawl into a fetal position and pray that should a Shin Megami Tensei 5 apocalypse does come to existence, Atlus can take a step back and really look at all the different subject matter presented. There's an abundance of great stuff here that just needs more time in the kitchen. From here, I finish off the last two fiends with zero effort and collect the last of the menorahs. Trumpeter tells us we're finally worthy enough to fight the Demi-Fiend, protagonist of Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne. Supposedly, he's waiting for us in the Hall of Chaos. Now, I know fighting him now is tempting, especially with how powerful we are currently, but I've been away from the main quest for a long time now. Let's start this god battle royale thing. First up is Zeus, who hasn't become a Nahobino. Searching for his knowledge, he found out that demons already killed the human containing it. Okay, that's disappointing.
Hell of a fight, boy. You're a feisty one. If I'd found my Nahobino form, we would have seen some real fireworks.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was hoping for. Zeus gives his key to the Empyrean, the first of 3. I can't really remember when these became a part of the narrative, but I think Tao had told us to get them when we first arrived here. I just skimmed over it. Receiving the key prompts Amanozako to shift personalities. The next of the 3 is Shiva, who has no desire to take the throne. We're not really sure what he's doing, but we're stuck fighting his pet snake instead. Just before leaving, a giant pink ley line fount appears where Vasuki stood. When I try to activate it, we're pushed back and told we can't enter at our current level. This was spoiled to me beforehand to be the super boss of the game. I do know who it is, but I don't know what they do yet. We'll come back here later. Lastly, on top of all the weird glowing boxes is Odin.
Man, that's badass. Holy shit. That scenery? Holy fuck.
He sent his Valkyries to scour the world for his other half, but has been unsuccessful so far. With Nahobino being right in front of him, he swears to kill him and pry the secret of our power from our corpse. Odin hands us the key of harmony, and I ease his death by telling him I'll be recreating the world from scratch. As he dies, a Kurama Tengu flies by to stop Amanazaku's speech she's been repeating every time we obtain a key and chases her off. I dump some more incense and fuse as many demons as possible to increase my Demon Compendium completion rate. Naming them all would be like doing my own version of the Poke Rap, and I'm not talented enough to do that. Instead, I'll try naming them as fast as I can. Atropos Adramelech Nebu... Okay, this is hard. Atropos Adramelech Neburos, Cerberus Fafnir, Norn, Chernobog, Anubis, Ananta, Konsu, Queen Mob, Ishtar, Saka Pale Harlot, Mother Harlot, oh my god. Saka Pale Rider, Mother Harlot, Surt, Abaddon, Cumhaill, Trumpeter, Seth, Ariok, Vasuki, Rangda, Lilith, Kali, Skadi, Thor, Narcissus, Flamus, Futsunushi, Lakshmi, Mara, Giri, Mikala, Garuda, Earthus, Eros, Obarian, Aquan, Zipsaris, Mokoi, Take Menakana, Incubus, Principality, Mikami, Kikurahime, Yaksini, Jatayu, Baphomet, Succubus, Yamatsumi, Harati, Zochoten, Satanta, Thunderbird, Kurama Tengu, Silky, Kumbanda, Horus, Zuchue, Baihu, Dionysus. Okay. Doing this nets you the Seed of Life from Sophia. I'm not really sure what it's used for right now, but my chat tells me it's important for 100% completion. There's only a few subquests left. A Melchizedek who wants to rally the forces of Bethel by freeing the Seraph Michael. Melchizedek believes Abdiel is no longer fit to lead, as do I, but doesn't have the power required to bring back Michael. The process would require someone to defeat the Seraphim Gabriel, Uriel, and Raphael. The other subquest comes from the Kurama Tengu we saw chasing Amanozaku earlier. He wants us to bring Amanozaku to the Tengu. Going off my experience, this has got to be the easier quest, so let's tackle this one first.
So, you refuse to part with her? Then I suppose we'll just have to take her by force! I suspected this might happen. As such, I appealed to Ishizuchi's Hokubo to summon...
Manozako joins our party and reveals that her other half was Aogami. Apparently she was also a proto-fiend designed by the Amatsukami. I confess, I learned this later, but since Aogami is really Susanoo, Amanozako is supposed to be his daughter. It makes lines like these even more bizarre. Meeting up with Melchizedek, we summon the Seraphim in a perfect recreation of the Nocturne version of this fight. I definitely struggled on this more in Nocturne. Now we finally head for the Empyrean. Cal says this is called the Temple of Eternity and the final dungeon of Shin Megami Tensei 5. Like the previous dungeon, I love the aesthetics and the music used to blanket the temple.
All right, this might trigger some people, but I'm not gonna lie, this looks like the final dungeon in Tokyo Mirage Sessions.
The layout of each floor is pretty simple, using high-level demons as walls to block areas off. This is lame. Like, straight up, this is lame as shit. Quickly picking up on how these levels were designed, it became obvious the blocked zones were the correct way, and simply engaging a battle then smokeballing to run completely cheeses the entire dungeon. Towards the end, a new mechanic is introduced which freezes time. I don't know what the intention for it was because I just ran through smokeballing everything until I reached the end.
Yeah, dude, it's kind of weird. Like, it's pretty easy to trivialize this.
Metatron ends up being the final trial of the temple, and I couldn't be more excited. I love this guy. Look at him. He's so sick. Oh, at long last, we've reached the top of the temple. Offering the keys to open the gate towards the throne, an ascended version of Tao encourages us to take it. Around us are Yuzuru, Dazai, and Yakumo, representing chaos, law, and neutral.
At the end of all things, where do your loyalties lie? What path does your heart long for?
I'll destroy the throne. Oh, I get to hear like their opinions? That's kind of sick.
The Matsukami's time to rule and reign is nigh.
We must preserve what God established eons ago.
I'll take a screenshot of this. This looks cool as fuck. Oh, they have more dialogue?
No. We will protect Tokyo. Just leave it to the big man upstairs.
Human world, human rule.
Your will has been made known to me. Thus will I await you beyond heaven and earth.
What the fuck?
So this is...
That was Tao. Wow, what the fuck? She looks crazy.
It has been a long journey. You have done well in coming this far. We stand before the Pillar Imperial, a path of light that leads Nahobino to the highest heaven. And yet, it appears your heart does not seek creation. But that very creation is the will of the universe itself. And I cannot aid one who denies that vision.
You kidding me?
You carry an entire world's potential, yet you do not use it. You must not proceed. If you refuse to heed these words, know that you stand against the will of the universe itself.
Tao really left me, bro. Are you kidding me? Are you fucking joking me, man? Bruh. Oh my god. I invested everything into her. Are you kidding me? Oh my god, I'm tilted. Are you kidding me? Did you honestly not expect it? No! Man, I really lost Tao, bro. Are you kidding me? Imagine using Tao's. I actually got fucking destroyed. I'm so sad right now, dude. Are you kidding me? I'm so fucking sad right now, bro. I cannot believe I lost Tao. Oh my god, dude. I cannot believe I lost Tao. This is how entering the cope. Honestly, I'm so fucking sad right now, dude.
Spending the next 47 minutes crying about losing all of my time and resources spent into my best support demon, I have only this to say. Atlus, how could you do this to me? Tao is nothing but a meme to my friends now. I'm gonna be roasted for this till Shin Megami Tensei 6. The weight of this proved too much for me, and I closed the stream, spending the night crying, screaming, bleeding, and kneading my forehead in hopes that maybe, just maybe, this was all a dream. Weeks later, I got a new haircut and refreshed myself. I'm rehabilitated and ready to return. Chef John may have been on my ass this whole time, but we persevere. In my time away, I've built a slew of demons to battle Shiva. I didn't want the fight to be easy. Everyone I spoke with recommended I do the fight at level 95. That means we're doing this at 90. I also didn't want to fight any of the super bosses on New Game Plus.
The lowest I've ever seen this boss defeated was level 92. So I still feel like you could beat him around 87, but we'll have to see.
Entering Shiva's domain, it's like a mirror image of the Bethel Summit. I won't lie, the nerves were really getting to me at this point. Super bosses are my favorite bonus activity in any video game I deeply, passionately enjoy. The build up to this one feels immense, and the amount of talk online about this boss got me shaking in my boots.
This song is such a banger. Oh my god, I haven't played like an actual fight in so long, dude. I'm gonna get fucked. I'm nervous, I'm not gonna lie.
After a lucky charm, Shiva casts Tendava, dropping our defenses to rock bottom while hitting pretty hard. He also summons Kali and Ganesha, This is Shiva's main gimmick. He'll call 2 to 3 demons from a pool of 5. I'm not sure if there's a specific order to this, but I know he does summon them after Tendava. My game plan is to have Tao focus on raising our team's stats while Cleopatra lowers theirs. Fionn and Nahobino will handle the damage for this fight. Cleopatra's Frolic pulls a lucky free turn, so I pop Magatsuhi and start the assault while slowly whittling down Kali.
Hopefully one of those two doesn't block ice. Oh, okay.
An ice shard tells me Shiva's weakness, and I write this down for later, despite the game clearly showing it to me. I'll only go for Shiva's buddies if I'm under Omegatoki critical. Otherwise, I'm pouring all of my damage into Shiva in hopes he dies quickly.
Okay, so far, not that bad at all, to be honest with you.
I wasn't aware that Shiva's minions could also call for allies, so Dakini and Ananta spawn in. Change up my plan and instead focus on killing Shiva as quickly as possible. Popping another Magatsuhi, I unload everything into Shiva, putting him into red. I do make one mistake casting an ice shard and losing most of my turns, but I did have one press turn left, finishing Shiva with one last Makunlan.
Easy.
You know, Chef John, this wasn't as bad as you were making it out to be.
At least Tao didn't leave me, you fat fuck.
No, not again!
Before relapsing into another month-long depression of losing Tao, I decide to pay Demi-Fiend a visit.
Oh my god, this is so sick. Holy shit! Okay. Yo, Geary in the background? No way that seals, bro. Are you serious? Alright, we have a chance. We have a chance. Joker versus you. True, true. This is the only time I've ever used Spyglass on a boss. 99 on everything. No way he is Meteora Han, bro. What? What is Chaotic Will? Chance of insta-kill to all foes. Foes press turns? What?
What follows is honestly not that bad of a run. Like, sure, he wiped out most of my team, but I lived way longer than I thought it would. I'll take that as a win.
Alright, I'm not gonna lie, that's the most fitting way to get killed by Demi-Fiend. Freykugel, Freykugel, Freykugel. Oh, I don't want to lose Tao, man. I don't want to lose Tao. I don't want to lose her, chat. She already did her job. We beat the super boss. I don't want to lose her, dude. No! No, not again. Fuck. No. You know, if she won't join me, I better be able to kill her, dude. That's the only way I can justify this. Eden Golden Apple over Tao skill? You're fucking insane, bro. Tao's skill is literally just a better version of Golden Apple. Copium? That's not Copium, bro. Listen, I like Eden, but let's be real here. The only reason people take Eden is because she fucking anime hoo-hoo-ha-ha dances. Yeah, but I can use Eden. Okay. Okay, you didn't have to go that far, dude.
Another long, grueling 50 minutes of crying allows me to move past the trauma I was forced to relive and make my way through the Empyrean. Somehow, Demeter managed to sneak her way into here despite Nahobino being the only person with the keys. To be fair, after he opened the gate, everyone just kind of walked inside, so I'll let it slide. She joins our party, causing Zeus to instant transmission, demanding that he should have been the one to join us. I say, why not both? Killing Zeus for good, we continue plunging further into the Empyrean. There's a few mini bosses featuring Melchizedek and Sraosha, but the most notable features Maria. Remember the Seed of Life Sophia gave us? When you show it to Maria, she, like every other demon, wants to see if you're worthy of holding onto it. Immediately before battling, she transforms into Danu, another one of my favorites from Apocalypse. I'm so glad a lot of the Apocalypse demons are here and finally in 3D. It's so fucking cool. And Elilat guards the path to the throne, but they're quickly dealt with. Just ahead, we find Yakumo and Nuwa facing off against Dazai and Abdiel. I don't really buy what I'm seeing, but the Law Duo wipes the floor with the neutral reps.
Nah, you can't do them like this. Oh shit. I really want to see some Nahobino forms, bro. Oh shit. I don't understand, bro. This is like a cow. Abdiel. No way. You're telling me Dazai turned into a cow, bro?
So here we are. All that talk of God, and the blonde boy is reduced to a demon cow. I've been waiting all this time for some Nahobino fights, and I'm fighting a demon cow. This game rules. Nahobino Abdiel has some cool signature skills, but I'm far too leveled after killing Shiva.
You know all too well that Yakumo and I sought to destroy the throne. However, that was far from our ultimate plan. Our true cause for fighting was to claim the throne and use it to create a world void of both gods and demons. A clean slate, so to speak.
I see.
Do keep that in mind.
I'm really happy this choice came up. From what I currently understand of each alignment's goals, all of them sound like a pretty piss poor ending. It's kind of ridiculous that this new out of nowhere Nuwa route seems like a pretty clear-cut best ending considering what Shin Megami Tensei has succeeded in doing with previous titles. But I'm just happy that the ending might actually be pretty good. Proceeding to the throne room, we run into Goko. I won't lie to you, I don't really know what his purpose in this game was, but he's here now and he doesn't care who wins.
Oh shit. Wait, they didn't become a Nahobino. They fucking lied to me. Oh, we're gonna see what he really looks like? Oh shit, they fuse? Okay. Goku's like, fuck this, I'm out. Oh shit, what the fuck? Oh, I'm gonna turn this up for myself. This is sick.
Bro, I wish I was not overpowered for this fight because I am in love with Tsukuyomi's Nahobino design. The Moon Scythe mustache combo, nice touch.
The Nahobino who will take the throne has been determined. Thus, I shall fulfill my role.
I thought that was Tao's job, but sure, I'm not complaining. Goko looks good.
Tao's coming back? Yo, let's go, dude! If you don't come back, bitch, you're gonna spit out every fucking stamina and health bomb I shoved into your fucking throat. You hear me?
Taking our rightful spot on the throne, Ogami says he'll disappear in the new world, and for the first time in the entire game, the protagonist makes a slightly different face. This causes a temporal rift to rip through space-time, and Lucifer appears before us. He says that our world without gods and demons isn't possible, as humans are fated to give rise to them. This is Lucifer we're talking about, so he clearly has some kind of ulterior motive, but he tells us that there is a way for our ideal world to come into fruition. We just have to meet with him in the realm beyond the earth heavens. Okay. The battle with Lucifer isn't hard for my team, so instead of focusing on my strategy, I'll provide my thoughts on the conversation we have throughout the fight. If you are curious about my plan, I'm doing the same thing I've been doing the past 20 hours. Buff up, debuff him down, and spam McCunlin plus Murakumo. To start things off, Lucifer retells what happened to the previous god of creation. He killed them, consumed their knowledge, and learned the secrets of the universe. When the new universe is created, so too will a new dot be born, and the gods will fight for the throne once more. This is because of a spatial governing phenomenon called the Mandala system. Okay, I don't know about any of this stuff or what to compare it to in real life, so he's just throwing words at me. The way I'm interpreting this at the moment, though, is that there's a universal law that is upheld no matter what. A law so far above any deity, it's why none of these gods know about it outside of the current creator god. Lucifer then asks us to kill him and consume his knowledge. Doing this will give us the power to break the cycle of the Mandala system, and from what I understand, essentially destroying fate. I think this is because he's the previous creator god and he got the same power from the god preceding him, but if that's the case, I'm not sure why he couldn't do it himself.
Damn, that looks sick. Oh, that's badass. That's cool as shit. Oh my god, this looks so cool. Is he gonna one-shot me? Give it to me, baby. Holy shit, that looks dope. All right, that must have been the biggest bruh moment for Lucifer. Imagine the poor guy. And now I kill him.
In the wake of Lucifer's defeat, Ogami says his farewell, and we walk towards our new world. The new world is similar to the previous, but also altogether different. I don't really see that difference, but that's what Goko says in the cutscene. He also says all things must come to an end, and questions if we've actually broken out of the mandala system. I'm not gonna front. I usually like ambiguous endings, but all of this went over my head, and I don't understand any of it or what to extrapolate from it. I guess it was cool.
Late. That's how I know I beat the game, baby. Let's fucking go. That's all I needed.
All that's left is to kill the protagonist of Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne, the Demi-Fiend.
I guess let's start with the team, okay? So these are all the demons I'm gonna be bringing. I'm bringing a fucking army to this fight. I have more slots, but I think this is enough demons. We'll start with Shiva. Shiva I built to be pretty much a support. I'm gonna spam Donum Gladi on myself to do as much damage as I can. Tendava is there for pretty much to keep them at -2 at all times. It's specifically for Magatsuhi turns. I'm keeping him first on the team to make sure that, you know, every time I do a Magatsuhi turn, he is -2 no matter what. Next up is Eden. She's not as strong as I would like her to be because I dumped all my resources into Tau and it depresses me. But for the build, you guys are probably, I was expecting, asking why am I not running Bowl of Hygia? The reason I'm not running Bowl of Hygia is, the biggest reason is it takes 2 turns to get the heal off. I'm just kind of respecting Demi-Fiend. There's really no other way to explain it than respect. Like, I feel like if I give up a turn to buff my heal versus Demi-Fiend, he's gonna punish me for it. That's how I feel. My way around that is using high heal Pleroma and hoping that Golden Apple just heals enough. Now I'm also bringing Zanbarian, but I might have to change this to Killing Wind. If you don't know what Killing Wind is, it's a weaker version of Zanbarian, but it pierces. Next up is Cleopatra. I changed her skill set almost entirely for this fight. So she's gonna be running Donum Gladi to buff me. Basically all of my damage is gonna come from me. Frolic because it's the best skill in the game. And then Ice Age because, once again, if you guys don't know, you must kill one of his demons. Otherwise, you just get insta-gibbed. Everyone has Enduring Soul. Everyone has Abyssal Mask. You might be wondering, why am I running Abyssal Mask? If you can see, it says right there, greatly decreases chance of insta-kill and being afflicted with ailments. So he has a chance to use Titanomachia, which, or I think it's Javelin Rain, and Javelin Rain can seal you. And I don't want that to happen. So this is there to prevent being sealed. It's also there because he has a move called Chaotic Will, which halves your press turns and has a chance to instantly kill you. So Abyssal Mask is there to lower the chance of that happening, as well as Enduring Soul in case that does happen. And then myself, I removed Critical Aura. The reason I did that was because I need Abyssal Mask. Basically, I'm going to be relying on crit gems to get the Murakumos off with, 100% chance crit. If it turns out that Critical Zealot is just hurting me more than it's helping me, then I'm going to have to change to Murderous Glee. But I think I'll be okay because I have crit gems. Amon is just here to do piercing fire damage. He has an amazing unique skill. I send him out, he's going to hit everything. This dude is fucking awesome. Odin, same deal. He's just here kind of like as a backup for DPS if I need it. His Gungnir pierces. That's something I should say. Fionn fans, I'm sorry, but he's just not going to cut it in this fight. He has no way to pierce without using up a turn to buff himself. Odin will be filling in that role if I need a physical DPS to swap in. Gabriel is DPS. She's going to be doing ice damage if I need it. I went with Ice Age instead of Bufubarian because of Pierce. I think Pierce is just too good. Amano Zako, I might not end up using in the fight because she nulls like everything. And I think that's going to make him do Frey Kugel, but she does a lot of force damage. Maybe if I can bring her in to like kill one creature and then swap out, then it's worth it. But I might not use Amano Zako just because of, how much null she has. I'm not stalling, man. I'm talking about my my build and like how my thought process going into this. Mephisto is going to be the same deal as Fionn. I don't think I can use Mephisto. He's just so like, he's really good, but I can't use up a turn to pierce. I just don't think I can. Zeus, this is another major DPS for the team. He, just like Odin and Amon, his signature move, Kerianus, this pierces and it's severe. Really, really strong skill. Basically, my DPSs, if I need one other than myself, it'll be between Zeus, Odin, and Amon. Plus, this shit costs like no mana, so amazing. Next up is my my healer backups. Kind of like backups, but also like just in case, because Eden is more of like a buffer, you know? Danu and Demeter kind of serve different roles in that aspect, at least like my thought process going into it. Demeter, her heal is more like just straight healing. You can see in the bottom left, full HP recovering to all allies and heals above max HP. So she has Bowl built into her kit. Danu, my fucking girl Danu, she's here because she works very similar to Eden, but instead of buffing us, she actually has Dekunda and Amrita's Shower built into her kit. Beelzebub, to be honest, I don't like the setup I have for him. I kind of want to change out Death Flies and give him something else because I don't know what I'm gonna do with this Beelzebub. He can't pierce. He's just kind of there, you know. The nice thing is that his attack hits all. So even though it'll do nothing to Demi-Fiend, it'll do like pretty good shit to the rest of the team. But this isn't really like something super good, I think. Metatron is fantastic. This dude will be a monster. He kind of works a bit like a DPS, but he's kind of there for extra press turns with Frey Kugel. Fire of Sinai is just gonna be straight up worthless in this fight. It hits random foes. We're gonna have 4 targets. Fire of Sinai is gonna be useless. He's mostly here for Frey Kugel. Ball, electric DPS. No need to really explain that. Khonsu Ra, same deal. This is fire DPS. The difference between him and Amon, I'm able to bring Luster Candy. The only thing that's bad about my Khonsu is I opted for Luster Candy over Null Ice. That could be really bad for me, but we'll see. The last support that I have, this is a very experimental demon that I decided on. Alilat, if you look, at first I was like, why would I want to run Alilat? Because her resistances aren't amazing. But if you actually look, she resists and nulls pretty much every ailment in the game. I think, yeah, every single ailment in the game. So naturally, I'm like, oh, well, that's pretty good. That could help a lot, because if you didn't know, the enemy will lose press turns if you null or resist ailments. Plus, because I don't have to put that much on her, if you can tell, her vitality is insane. I can run Donum Gladi, I can run Midiarahan, but on top of that, I can run Fierce Roar. Now, I'm a big believer that Fierce Roar is one of the best skills in the game. I think it's honestly pretty fucking broken. It's like a self Rakukaja with taunt put together. Considering how much ailments it can like deal with, how much vitality it has, the likeliness that a Lilat dies is pretty low. So I'm thinking there might be a time either during the fight, probably during the fight, maybe like towards the end or in the middle, I might have to bring out a Lilat to taunt and hold the Demi-Fiend's attention, so that I can, do everything to the rest of the team. So the reason you don't use Talis because it's a 2-turn heal, it's because she's not in my party anymore, man. It's because she left me, dude. It's because my girl fucking left me, man. Is that what you wanted to hear? Is that what you want? You know, I'm really scared. I'll be honest. I'm very scared. This fight is really hard.
I have to admit, this was a journey by itself. I spent many hours fusing new demons, believing I'd need several strategies at the ready. I have been spoiled on how he generally functions, but I don't know how everything works in practice. Fully expecting to die the first couple times, I'm going into this with the mindset of learning the fight first. To start off, my plan is have Shiva go first, and utility demons will always follow. I'm keeping Nahobino last so that he benefits from all the buffs and debuffs while he does damage. I lead with Shiva, Eden, and Cleopatra, believing this is my strongest lineup to deal with Demi-Fiend's party while strengthening my own. The Demi-Fiend always starts with Kukulin, Pixie, and Giri Mikella. Ideally, we're dealing damage to Demi-Fiend every turn, but I also need to be killing a demon every few turns. Otherwise, he'll cast Gaia Rage, which is a guaranteed KO. For now, I play it safe by finishing Geary quickly. From here, I continue the general game plan of keeping all stats up on my side and down on his, using items when needed. I'm not entirely sure what prompts Demi-Fiend to use Chaotic Will yet, but I do know that it has a solid chance of insta-killing your team, as well as having your press turns for one turn. These turns are always the hardest, because you want to maximize and get the most value possible with what you have. For this turn, I decide to get my stats up and force a Dukunda on his side by casting Frolic with Cleopatra. His demons tend to wipe debuffs very often, so you can manipulate his actions and save yourself from taking damage.
I hit the threshold for Gaia Rage? No way. What? Oh my god, no fucking way.
Okay, I'll definitely need to adjust some skills, but right now, it's still winnable. I'm sold on keeping Shiva alive through the whole fight, so I bring out a Lilat to pull aggro and stall while I resurrect Shiva. Once he's back on the field, I pop Magatsuhi to swing momentum back in my favor. At this point, I'm pretty spooked by Gaia Rage, so I kill Pixie maybe a little early, but I haven't figured out how many turns it takes yet. Another thing I've been doing is keeping track of what demon he summons and writing them down to see if he's got a specific summoning order. Now that we've stabilized, I return to the general game plan. But I've noticed that Dukunda and Dikaja are used almost 100% of the time when my stats are completely raised or his stats are completely lowered. To counteract this, I'm keeping myself at 1 stage of buffs and only going to 2 during Magatsuhi turns.
Don't crit. Oh my god, he crit. Fuck me, dude.
Losing Eden is really bad for how important she is to my team. I'll bring her back using items.
Question, chat. If I swap during a critical turn, does the swapped demons, do they still get the buff for the crit? I'm doing this because I'm assuming you can do that, but I'm not sure. No? I'm gonna cry.
This could be good or bad, it's hard to tell right now, but Eden is the overall most useful demon for my team. It ends up being totally fine because I maxed out on press turns anyway and pop a Soma on Shiva to restabilize. You can only get comfortable for so long and it's time to kill one of his demons. I know Parvati and Jack Frost are weak to fire, I just want to maximize the damage we can do, and Amon's unique skill pierces resistances. For a first try, I'm really happy with how this is going.
Let's go!
We're not in that bad of a position, thankfully, and we've just reset his Gaia Rage counter. I spent the next few turns keeping the pressure and sticking to the original plan.
Dude, I hit Demi-Fiend there, saw his full HP bar, and was like, what the fuck? I thought I did way more damage than that, and then I realized, oh yeah, me Diarahan.
I do notice that his demons seem to be debuffing me more often than before. I'm thinking that after he heals to full, they pressure your stats harder, so I'll just have to cast buffs more than I originally intended to.
No! No way, bruh. No way.
I know this looks bad, but this is still winnable. Takes a bit, but I slowly build my team back while dropping his attack to protect myself. All right, it was rough, but we're back in business.
I just said, bro, in my head I was like, okay, we've stabilized. Please don't fuck my ass. Okay.
Danu is put to sleep, which does suck, but it's not a major issue. There have been a few turns without killing one of his demons though, so we need to rectify that. Zeus finishes off Kukulin, and Danu brings us back to full. By this point, focusing on bringing the original team back doesn't feel worth it, so I'm sticking with this for now.
Don't crit.
We don't need Zeus since Kukulin's gone. We're bringing Shiva back and resurrecting Cleopatra. I know I just said I won't do that, and maybe I'm coping, but Cleopatra feels key to winning this.
Holy shit, it took like 10 turns, but I finally have my preferred fucking team out. Jesus Christ. All right, now don't chaotic will and fucking kill me, please. Fuck, bro. I think it's over, right? I lost. Yeah. Fuck, dude.
I'm really happy with this first attempt. I learned a lot, but there's definitely room to improve.
100%, I need Killing Wind. I cannot use Zenbarian. God, like, there's so many demons that are good for this, it makes it really hard. Because, like, I'm thinking to myself, I probably need Beelzebub at the start to kill Pixie. I need to split the damage between multiple people. The question is who? I have a lot of HP on Nahobino, and I'm more okay with him losing like HP because I should be healing almost every turn anyway.
What follows is 4 more attempts that resulted in failure over the course of about a week. The main takeaways from all this are that Demi-Fiend will cast Chaotic Will every time he drops 25% HP, and he always starts with Cuchulainn, Giri Mikella, and Pixie. From there, his demon summoning order is Cerberus, Thor, Jack Frost, Parvati, Cuchulainn, Giri Mikella, and Pixie. You can also seal Demi-Fiend's Meteor Ahan.
Holy shit, please go through. Do I try it one more time, chat? Oh! Come on, baby! This is a lie, bro. It does not work, I swear. It does not work, I swear. I legit spent, I think, 15 or 16 hours preparing for this boss fight, and I'm still getting my ass kicked. That's crazy. Crazy.
Around 6 months later, I came back to Shin Megami Tensei 5. I'm a freelance video editor and took a ton of commissions, so I'd been away from streaming for a while. My plays might be a bit rusty, but I've got all the know-how needed to win. The first attempt resulted in another loss, but it was damn close.
Please don't kill me! Ah! I can't look! Fuck! Oh my god, bro! Come on! That was actually a really good run. That was actually a really good run. Good try, bud. This is the one. This is the one.
I found the best starting lineup to be Shiva, Eden, and Beelzebub. AoE attacks help so much in whittling down the Demi-Fiend's lineup, so you're not panicking to prevent Gaia Rage. And what I've tested, you want to keep at least 2 demons around 50% HP. I've also added Resist Fizz to most of my demons in order to prevent as many Freykugels as possible. On top of that, I've changed out every severe elemental spell for the Piercing Heavy variant to maximize damage towards Demi-Fiend. The other habit I got rid of during my time in the Hyperbolic Time Chamber is to change demons frequently. Before, I was playing way too defensively. It's a super boss fight that's meant to utilize every mechanic in the game and test your ability to execute the battle system to its fullest. You best believe I'm abusing all these demons figuratively and literally.
All right, this is like, wow. I'm going off right now. This is actually going so well. Okay, next Omega Toki, he's gonna cast Meteor Ahan. Why is Eden just dancing? All right, don't hit. Don't hit. Please, don't hit. Please. Oh, it hit me. Oh, no, it didn't. Why did I go, ugh?
I do get a little lucky with Tendava missing, but I want to call out this moment right here.
I can't believe that shit missed, bro. I hit Thor? I misclicked. Whatever, that's fine.
Nobody on stream, nor did I catch this, but I cast Elect Gem to kill Cuchulainn, and instead of killing him, Thor is selected, destroying my press turns. On stream, I had thought I misclicked, but watching this back right now, yo, Atlus, I'm gonna need a word with Team Maniacs after this, brother. This bug cost me 2 demons and 2 enduring souls due to Gaia Rage coming out the very next turn.
This went from like one of the best runs I've ever had to like pure copium, bruh.
In order to stabilize, I bring out a Lilat and abuse Fierce Roar to get Shiva back.
This isn't gonna put him to half HP, right?
We're approaching the 50% HP threshold for Meteor Ahan to come out, and I don't feel ready to do that since it took a couple turns to stabilize. It isn't obvious, Meteor Ahan will full heal his whole team, not just himself. I've put a lot of work into keeping Cerberus low, so I could completely screw myself by proccing the heal now.
Yeah, I think he's at half. Come on, baby! I mean, he sealed 2 of them, so that's something. Seal again. I am just never lucky, am I?
I want to stress that even though I'm the unluckiest guy on Earth, I still recommend throwing a seal gem or 2 on the off chance you can prevent Meteor Ahan being cast. 1, it'll save you so much time, and 2, you'll get hyped as fuck.
And yeah, August, I'm still in Demi-Fiend is the only thing I have not finished in this game. It's just this fucking tattoo, jort fucking wearing little bitch, dude.
Now that we're back in business, I do bring out Amon to deal with the dual fire weaknesses and keep the pressure. Parvati and Pixie can heal, so they're way higher priority on the kill list. Since Amon's skill is AoE, I kill both Jack Frost and Parvati since I know his next two demons are Giri, Michaela, and Cuchulainn. Both Giri and Thor are weak to Force, and Eden has Killing Wind. Since I don't need Amon anymore, I bring in Amano-Zako, who I've built to be my main Force DPS.
Don't hit, please 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 don't hit. Yikes.
Okay, this does kind of completely destroy my plans, but I can still recover. Now that I'm well equipped to handle his team, we kill off Thor and dump the rest of our damage into Demi-Fiend. We're playing the long game here.
He's got 2 more chaotic wills left. Have I lost one of my revives yet, chat? Does anyone know? I think I lost 1, right? Yeah, we hit Meteor Han already. This is looking pretty good.
Pixie is up next in the rotation, so I'm okay with Amano-Zako being killed here. It just frees up a slot for Beelzebub to come in and do work.
Debilitate, probably? You stupid, ugly little bitch!
This fight is so fucking intense. I've never played another fight in my life up to this point that has this many "it's over, we're so back" moments in the span of 1 turn. Things start to ease up for me, and it's smooth sailing till the next chaotic will.
Dude! That's 2 times Shiva has missed on this run. What are you doing, bro? Actually, what are you doing? What? Of course she didn't die. This feels like such a waste of a fucking... Oh my god, I have to Murakumo her, and this makes me so fucking sad. Okay, Freykugel. Dude, he always hits me, bro. Okay, well, I have no more revives now. I have to survive 2 chaotic wills. Yikes. This is not good. This is not good, King. Any reason why you're not using Cleo? I'm waiting until I can like... I'm gonna pull her out. I'm planning to pull her out very soon. I feel like it's better right now because you're at worry of dying. Am I at worry of dying? I'm not really thinking about that right now, to be honest. One shot by Demi-Fiend if he crits? That's assuming he hits me. I'm thinking ahead, Tyler. Okay. I might... Okay, please, God! Thank God.
Parvati is sent out, and we can't have her on the field. Another heal would be devastating, as I'm starting to run low on elemental gems and MP restoration items. I do have Somas, but if possible, I want to save them for Shiva since he's the highest value demon on my team. To compensate for Danu and Eden both being out of MP, I'm bringing in my 3rd healer, Demeter.
The Giga heal, Jesus.
Her Eleusinian Harvest heals above max HP without Bowl of Hygia, and you can immediately feel the difference every time you use it. Amon is also cycled in to try and kill Parvati before another heal is used.
Fuck! Oh my god, it was 10,000! I'm in pain.
I hate her. Healing Demi-Fiend is obviously very frustrating, but we've still got the momentum in the fight. Some turns are going to be harder than others, but we've got the pattern down. Pixie comes out, and we rotate Amon for Beelzebub to stop another massive heal from happening. After 1 hour, 20 minutes, and 38 seconds, Demi-Fiend's HP is now red. Pixie thankfully hasn't cast Dia yet, but his demons spam Megidolan, using up Beelzebub's Enduring Soul, and Demi-Fiend takes out Shiva. This isn't the worst position, but I've got to stabilize and bring Shiva back safely.
Dude, I'm so fucking scared right now. Defense up. Wow, that's actually pretty good RNG. Holy shit. Wait, he didn't defense up. I got lied to. I should live that. Oh god, he might die. Fuck, dude! Oh my god!
And just like that, We're in an awful position again. For now, I need to play aggressive and work on his demons before Gaia Rage comes out again. You can't tell, but my hands are dripping like ice cream on a summer day right now. Every turn in this fight matters. I'm trying to snag up as many press turns as I can to maximize DPS, but not be too greedy. Zeus has been killing it for me in that department. I swing for another big Magatsuhi turn and drop another huge Murakumo into Demi-Fiend.
Oh, it's so close, dude. Oh, please, 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 I will do anything. Please. Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God. Oh my God, I'm fucking shaking, bro. I can't do this. Buy a fucking lotto. Oh shit, dude. I'm believing, says Tangling, who voted for I'm gonna lose. I love you, bro. Holy shit, dude. Holy shit, man. My heart feels like it's gonna burst out its fucking chest right now. No, wait, dude. I'm literally... David, I'm shaking. I'm literally shaking, bro. You don't know how many 50-50s I've won for this moment.
Monozako comes out to deal with his party, and Demeter keeps us topped off. From here on out, it should be smooth sailing. I'm going to stop narrating the fight here and recommend you to stop listening to this video in another tab, open this back up, and do not skip ahead, because the rest of this footage could be in a goddamn movie.
I think I won. Okay, you didn't crit. Nice. Okay, I think I won, but I'm... Listen, I gotta wait until I see he's dead. I'm gonna play this as safe as I possibly can. No! No! I can't take this. I can't take this. Okay. I don't have enough MP to do anything.
Turn. Go!
Yes! Let's fucking go! Let's fucking go! Let's fucking go, baby! Oh my fucking God, bruh!
Half a year after finishing the main game, I I've slain the Demi-Fiend and completed everything there is to do in a single playthrough. Atlus ravaged the back of my throat, dropped me on the floor, and left me to gag. Used, abused, and I kept coming back. During my playthrough of Shin Megami Tensei 5, I died 69 times. I defeated Shiva in 1 attempt. I defeated the Demi-Fiend in 6 attempts. There was not a single second I did not regret going in raw. This concludes my first playthrough of Shin Megami Tensei 5. But this story isn't over yet. This was only one segment of a much larger video going live in 2 weeks from the date that this was uploaded. However, if you join my Patreon at the $5 tier, you can access the full, near 5-hour video right now. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like or dislike and let me know how your first experience with Shin Megami Tensei 5 was. I'll see you next week with my review? I finished Shin Megami Tensei 5 on December 8th, 2021. At the time of writing, it's currently January 25th, 2022. That means 48 days have passed since my brain received its final dose of SMT serotonin. To tell you the truth, I barely remember anything that happened. I was debating watching a summary video, but then quickly realized that's what a no-good two-faced liar does.
You thought that was my ass, didn't you?